and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Holy crap, there's a lot going on. We got football tonight. We got a disaster at the Garden last night, which I didn't really think that much of until the last 5 minutes of the game because Jalen Brunson is on the floor with down 16 with 1:50 left. I can't go nuts on that, but we'll discuss. And then we are really not, and I spent an hour and a half thinking about this yesterday and today. We are really not respecting someone that deserves a whole lot more respect than they're getting in this whole Giants coach discussion.
Oh, wow.
So
Finally come around to my Mike McCarthy.
No. I promise that's not it. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, and over on YouTube. Let's just start with the Knicks from last night because that's freaking aggravating. Look, that's going to be
insult
a night.
To injury.
I really am not too. It's actually injury to insult because you get your doors blown off and then the injury happens. I don't get too wrapped up in back-to-backs and you're going to get your doors blown off. That's going to happen. And frankly, they just looked a step slow all night long.
Scheduling loss.
And Orlando is clearly trying to deliver a message. Clearly trying to deliver a message with as physical as they were playing and all that. They're trying to show the Knicks that we're going to belong and we're going to be a pain in your ass this year along with everybody else in the East. Having said all that, Brunson rolls his ankle, leaves the building on crutches in a boot. Crap. Your response.
Might as well put him in a wheelchair. Like, come on, man. A boot.
What are we doing, the Paul Pierce now?
What I'm saying, a boot and crutches?
Yeah.
Pick one or the other, brother.
Could you ever work crutches? I could never work crutches. The only one or two times I've needed to use them.
Let me tell you, like, when I had my surgery, they told me before I got my little scooter, you know what I'm saying, the thing you put your foot up in the wheels and the basket and all that stuff. Man, they gave me crutches. Man, my underarms was so damn raw. Man, I was pulling all the hairs underneath my armpits. I said, man, hell no. I start walking like without it, or I use one. I hate crutches. Crutches are horrible. Like, for me, it was. I just didn't like it at all. But, to add insult to injury, and that's a scheduling loss. Remember, the Orlando Magic are trying to find themselves as a team as well. They start off, I think, 0-4. And they brought in Bane. Bane had been shooting well. And listen, the Magic's, before this year, we thought was going to be a problem in one of those teams that can take the next step. What was impressive is that they did it without Banchero for the majority of the game. Yeah. And, their size and their ability to lean, Cat wasn't particularly shooting well yesterday, and that's what's going to come. Brunson is so the team is so dependent on Jalen Brunson making everything happen and being able to have the ball in his hands that we have to see without Malcolm Brogdon, like, who's going to facilitate the offense. And now you're just going to start asking people to do things that they're maybe not comfortable with. And, Josh Hart bringing the ball up. We saw this last year, Bridges bringing the ball up. The offense didn't flow as well. And, with this new tempo that Mike Brown wants to have, let's see how they adjust. Listen, it's not the biggest deal. They need to figure out how they're going to play without him. Losing their first game at Madison Square Garden, it seemed like more of a scheduling loss. But the concern is this team had a backup point guard problem before, and now it's just going to be it was exacerbated by the fact that Malcolm Brogdon decided to retire. Like, where's Dennis Schroeder when you need him?
Well, my issue, like, I know you're not making a big deal of it, but when it is a new offense, that's what I'm worried about. How is this now going to manifest itself, and how long are we going to be without him at this point?
I think he turned his right ankle. Yeah, he turned his right ankle, but that's all I know.
That's all we know at this point. So we'll be keeping an eye on Shams today to see if there's any news. But is it going to surprise you if he's going to miss a month? Well, it's not going to surprise me.
Well, if it's high ankle, I mean, like, you never know with these damn basketball players, man. You literally think they died and went and walked the Green Mile, and then they come back out 2 minutes later, man. Like Paul Pierce got wheelchaired off. Like you see guys like they lay down, they look like they're not going to come back. Brunson's done this. Brunson has a lot of Ben Roethlisberger in him.
I know what you're saying because Ben always looked like, they're beating the crap out of me.
I'm like,
my God, I'm fighting so hard just to be out here every last moment.
But then what I'm saying is he would leave a game with an injury, and like the next game you're like, there's no way he can play, man. Look how bad he looked. Then he walk out like Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? So like seeing Brunson leave with the crutches and the boot could have been precautionary until we get a diagnosis of if it's a high ankle sprain. If it's a high ankle sprain, then that's something that we know in all sports are the kiss of death. That's usually 3 to 4 weeks. And if that's the case, I want to see if this team can win without him. But if not, could they? It's not too early for them to try and make a move for somebody. Basketball usually don't work that way. They usually work through their problems. But they had a backup point guard problem to begin with, and I don't think they addressed it after losing Malcolm Brogdon. And they have to address that anyway because they're too dependent on Brunson. It feels like Brunson is like worth 51% of the offense, and everybody else kind of pieces it up on any particular night.
I agree, and I understand what you're saying about Ben because Brunson does have a little bit of that in him. I think it's tough to hang all of it on him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got a little bit.
Especially with the braids, the flopping. Oh, my God.
But that would mean to me that if you're talking about him being Ben, that means he's still going to show up for the next game.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if that's happening in this case. I'm not saying he's not a tough guy. I get that. He is a tough guy. I'm just saying that looked like that could be 3 weeks. That's what that looked like to me. If
it's 3 weeks, new offense. I mean, Cat,
this is my problem.
Have to step up? Who's going to step up?
That's what we have to talk about is Cat.
See, yeah. Because that's what I hate. Like, Cat step up, then it's an awkward feeling when Brunson comes back. Like, Cat hasn't seen – what was it, like the middle of the third quarter before he got to double digits? Like, excuse me, sir, Boncaro's not there. Like,
what are we doing?
You like Franz Wagner.
I mean, he is tall, and he's got – he's 6'10".
Was it
good defender.
Boban. Bro, you a center, man. You 7 foot. The greatest shooting big man since Bill Lambert.
Since Bill Lambert.
Ain't no Bill Lambert used to hit them threes. He was the first stretch five.
With that.
Let's keep it real. He was the first stretch. He was the first stretch five. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Right, how about this? And I can't even say this because Cat's not a thug. I was going to say greatest shooting thug, but Cat's not a thug.
Yeah. He's the opposite. He's Bill Lambert before Rick Mahorn came over.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, look, on the Cat part of it, that is what I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be asking a lot more of Cat. And when you're doing that, what does it look like when Brunson's back?
Right. That's the awkward stuff.
How is Cat going to handle that?
Because Cat's going to get all the shots, and it's going to be so many more shots out there. The ball's going to move. Clarkson's probably going to get a little bit more time. And then it gets awkward when he comes back because who's going to say, all right, well, I'll give up my shots. OG seems to like his offensive freedom. And this is what we had last year. Last year, the person that paid the price wasn't, because Cat was averaging, 24 points last year? So it wasn't him. The person that paid the price was Mikal Bridges. And he kind of stressed that he wasn't comfortable in his role. And I felt like his defense suffered because he felt like he was unhappy on offense.
Like I said, I'm not going to get too wrapped up in what went down last night overall on the court because I just think it's one of those nights. It's a back-to-back thing. I think the Knicks probably felt like that. But when that happens at the end of it, it does make you wonder what this is going to look like in a few weeks. And, Bart, they're adjusting well to it. They like playing in this offense very clearly.
Not all.
All right, well, most of them like playing this offense pretty clearly outside of Cat. But my point is this takes away from the development of Cat's position in it and how Brunson could help address that in the coming weeks. And that pushes the clock back, if that makes sense.
It does.
I want to see Brunson and Cat working together in the new offense, trying to figure out, not like it's a pick and roll thing, but trying to figure out exactly how everybody's going to fit and how everybody's going to get theirs. And now we have to put that on hold. Again, I don't know how long he's out. Maybe he's back out there this weekend. Who knows? But I expect that this is not going to be a one-day thing. Maybe I'm wrong.
And out of precaution, I don't think they I think it's a good challenge. Listen, they lost like 3 games now. I think 4 games, right?
Yep.
They still have the lead in the conference, in the division. Like, this is a time to maybe find out about yourself and have a test. Let's see if Mike Brown can use those Jedi mind tricks to see how he can get this team to respond and say, hey, this is our first little bit of adversity, right? Because we know, like, what happens when OG goes down or what happens. Everybody's going to miss time this year. Very rarely does anybody play, like, the entire full schedule, especially in this load management era. Guys get dinged up and stuff like that. So this is our first test, guys. We lost, arguably our most important player, not our best player, but our most important player. Let's see how we can respond. And let's see how Mike Brown can adjust his offense to be able to feature somebody else. And they should be better defensively because Brunson's a defensive liability. So let's see if they can turn it up and ratchet it up a little bit with the defense. What I don't want, this team is better on offense under Mike Brown, which it seems like that. The offense moves better. What I don't want is for them to lose some of the principles that was taught to them by Tibbs about how to play defense.
Can we bring up one other thing? Enough with the complaining. Okay? We get it. With the refs, this is getting to be a bit much.
Let it go, man. Like, you don't want to be that team that people look at as like, these are soft guys and they complain all the time. They whine all the time. Like, let it go.
Here's Bridges after the game on that topic.
Gotta let refs alone. Even if there's fouls or something, everybody make mistakes. You just gotta let it go and bring energy to the other end.
Everybody makes mistakes. Quit crying, man. It's basketball. And I heard Doris Burke yesterday. She said, Cat, what about the first foul when he got smacked in the face, when he smacked the guy in the face? Forgot the guy that he was checking. You know what I mean? And he got the foul. Cat, again, 2 of the stupidest fouls you've ever seen in your life.
This is what he does.
Why are you like? He just decided I'm gonna be handsy. Let me watch. I thought he was like training with Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. He like, bro, why are you all handsy on this dude? And he's not really a center. He's like a true power forward. He got handles. Forgot his name. I haven't found his name. And then Cat got 2 penalties just back to back. Got his 5th, and then Brunson got his 5th. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, and he always has that. What makes it worse is that dumbass smile that he makes when he knows he's done something stupid. I hate that face.
You almost sounded like Schwarzenegger there for a second. Yeah. Well, you know what it is to me?
Franz Wagner's my nephew.
Here's where I am with Cat. You have shown me who you are. You have shown me who you are. And I think you're a really, really good offensive player who's going to consistently throw up a double-double, but I can't rely on you to not commit dumb fouls. I just can't anymore because every time we bring it up, it keeps happening.
I don't think he can
And
help
he
himself.
talks about not doing it, and he still does it.
He needs to get with Jameis Winston and see if he can get delivered from the dumb fouls.
Can I just say this? How wonderful was it? That's a nice little segue here. How wonderful was it to see Jameis in front of the microphone and the cameras yesterday?
Bro, I told you I would.
It just made me smile.
I would have gave part of my salary away to have Jameis as one of our weeklies. If I could have had Jameis as one of our weeklies, remember I was fighting for that. Like you could have took. I mean, no offense, Tannenbaum. We got Jason coming on. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave all of them up for one slice of Jameis.
Finally made it, huh? Finally made it.
That was Jameis yesterday.
How can you not? Like, especially with what we get from the coaches in this market, can we just get more Jameis?
Here he is, what he wants fans to know about him.
I'm going to do my best. Obviously, I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old, and I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference, if y'all don't know. Yeah, 10-year reunion.
See what I'm saying? Like, you can't even make this up, man. Like, what was even the questions that people ask? You just give James
How you
the
feeling?
mic. Yeah, you just get James the mic and just let him go. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like you don't feel like you're being lied to. Like when you hear Russ, it's just like, oh man, this dude. Did somebody write this?
Like, you know what? I'll even give him credit. Russ yesterday is still saying all the right things and doing the right things. Like, I want to be here. I'm going to do everything I can to help him. And I didn't even look a side-eye to that yesterday.
Russ like, CC. Yeah, baby. That check clear? Yeah, I'm just here to support Jameis Winston, make sure I can do whatever I can to support him. He's a great quarterback. He's the first overall pick. He's thrown in his arm. He has tremendous arm talent. I wish I could do some of the things that he can do. CC did it clear. Oh, yeah, it's all good. Dayball was a great coach. It's unfortunate, things happen. He gonna say he don't toe that company line on that check clearing, baby.
I really just smiled when I saw him in front of the cameras yesterday. I thought it made me feel so good.
Jameis Winston is like the only person that can talk without talking.
Yeah.
And he can come to the mic, smiles with his eyes, and look over the crowd. And it's like Michael Jackson with that tour when he had the gold thing on. He just took his glass off. And everybody just entertained. Jameis Winston for president.
Well, it's going to be good to see him this week because at the very least it's going to be an entertaining game. It looks like it's going to be bad weather too.
I tell you, it don't matter with him.
No, it doesn't.
He'll throw through that.
He doesn't care.
That might affect Love more than him.
No, I would agree.
Jameis got a Gannon. Remember what he did last year at Cleveland and Pittsburgh in the snow?
Yep.
Making snow angels.
Yep.
Like this, you can't, man, I don't know what happened to him, because he wasn't like that. He had all the pressure. But, the Jameis Winston without the pressure, man, it's just one thing I tell Slayton, ice them hamstrings, baby. You can't outrun that arm. Ice that hamstring, baby.
It brings me to the coaching thing. Listen, we've talked about it a little bit, but I think we're losing the forest for the trees here. And I think we have been influenced entirely too much by what has transpired over the last couple of years. Bart, we're not talking about Belichick seriously enough. And here's why. When we're talking about Belichick now, there is such a quick thought to immediately dismiss everything this guy has accomplished in his career. And the thought is simply, well, he didn't do it without Brady. If he had done it without Brady, and Brady did do it without him, well, that would have been something else. Can I just give everybody a brief history lesson about the all-time great coaches in this league and who their quarterbacks were and how long they had them?
Sure, Phil Jackson.
Tom Landry, Roger Staubach. Bill Walsh, Joe Montana. Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan and Kobe and Shaq. Don Shula, Bob Greasy. Vince Lombardi, Bart Starr. These are all Hall of Famers. Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman. What has Andy Reid won without Patrick Mahomes?
So you stop.
Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman. I'm not done yet.
I know what I'm saying. Where else did he go? He had a bum.
Or Jimmy Johnson was in Miami and he couldn't win with Marino at the end. Shanahan, Elway. Dan Reeves, all-time great coach, couldn't win with Elway. Never got over the hump. They got their doors blown off in Super Bowls. And I'm even going to throw the Giant fans a bone and say Tom Coughlin without Eli. And, Eli, there's a lot of debate there. So here's my point. Why are we all just tossing aside as if Belichick had no role in any of this success over a 20-plus year period? Well, all right, you want to turn and look at what's going on at North Carolina. I want you to understand this. He has been thrown into a situation in college football. Really, he's put himself in the situation in college football where he has not been in college football for the entirety of his career, basically. And now it's about NIL and getting all this money. So North Carolina, ballpark this year, had about $20 million to work with in NIL. Do you know what it's rumored that Oregon has on their roster? $100 million in NIL. You can go up and down at all these top schools. How do you think Indiana got to the point where they're at the very top right now? Do you think Indiana's doing this only because Kirk Cignetti's a really good coach? Or do we think that Indiana's doing it maybe because they have a few benefactors, one of whom, used to own the Dallas Mavericks and is a billionaire named Mark Cuban that may have played roles in this NIL time? So I'm not excusing everything that's gone on with Bill. The circus-like stupidity of the stuff with the girlfriend, that's on him. Why is it that we're not talking about him more seriously?
One, because it's the way he goes about business. He seemingly is a person that sucks the life out of an organization. He definitely sucks it out of the media room. He's not pleasant to be around. And he's a guy of a particular age that likes things a certain way. And the way we go about business and operate on a day-to-day basis isn't the way in which he's accustomed to operating. It's not just so much about he didn't win without Tom Brady and what's happening down in North Carolina. It's how we saw him last. It's how he built his rosters. It's so many misses. Like the last 10 years of the Bill Belichick era, name me the drafted star that played well. He was horrible. And you say, well, when you come here, you're going to have your general manager. Yeah, but we know who's going to be the biggest voice and who you draft. Like, he's the reason that they got Kyle Duggar. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Duggar, they got rid of him as soon as they could. Let's not talk about the receiver, N'Keal Harry. Like, he's a horrible talent evaluator because he's evaluating people based on some stuff that he did when he was a coach of Cleveland. That's the problem. He hasn't been able to hit the refresh button. Like, guys that are able to hit the refresh button, like Andy Reid, that brings in young guys that modernizes his offenses, like Nick Saban. What Nick Saban was, he kept to his core principles, but he always kept a young, bright mind around him to keep him fresh. And the last person that kept Bill fresh was Josh McDaniels. Sorry, he ain't available. So who you going to bring? The offensive coordinator, whoever you got working with you in North Carolina? Sorry, not interested. Like, how many people want to come and work underneath Bill? Like, how many of these modern, young, innovative minds can he attract? Who wants to work underneath the way that he treats his assistants? You know what I'm saying? How he talks to people, the environment in which he creates. Well, I know players that have played for that organization, that he controlled the culture and the environment. They said it was the worst place to be. The only thing that saved him was winning. So what happens when Bill comes here and he tries to implore that Joe Judge type of mentality? Man, that's going to wear thin with these type of athletes right now. Ain't nobody going to put up with Bill's stuff. Like, Bill, hashtag, you used to be the man. That's what happens when you get these old coaches. That's why they always phase out, right? Brian Billick, phased out. Dennis Green, phased out. Fossil, phased. They were still young enough. They were younger than Andy Reid. They were still able to coach. They were still younger than Pete Carroll. But the problem is these old guys forget. It's like Slim says in The Wire. The reason why the old days are the old days, because they're the old days. You got to understand. And you got to be able to relate to these young guys. Andy Reid sitting here talking about his nuggies. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. He's figured it out.
Is that why they're winning? Let me ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
Would this Giants defense be a whole lot better if Bill Belichick was running it with the talent they have?
Maybe.
Oh, stop.
Maybe.
Stop.
Maybe.
So Shane Bowen, with the Giants blowing 10-point leads in the fourth quarter
tell me
this year? Come on.
Would the offense be better?
The offense, here's my point. You've got the quarterback.
Here's the problem.
There are guys who come and coach for Bill. McDaniels kept going back.
Okay.
Patricia kept going back.
Okay.
They weren't good head coaches, but maybe they were really good assistants.
Okay, you want Bill? First of all, Patricia is not leaving that cushy job he got in Ohio State. He's winning national championships. He ain't got to work all day. He ain't got 18-game schedule. He ain't working underneath Bill. Tell me this. You want Bill Belichick? Hire Brian Flores. You want somebody that's a disciplinarian that's going to get your defense right? Hire Brian Flores. Because guess what? You can have him for 15 years. Bill old as hell. How much longer he going to go before he goes to the nursing home?
Let's talk about that for a second. You want to say he's 74, can't do it anymore.
Okay. No. I'm saying
no.
I'm saying he's
74.
I'm saying he's 74. You're going to sign him. If most coaches come in and it's a 5-year deal, right?
Yeah.
Most coaches come in with a 5-year plan. We don't even know what his health going to be like when he's 80.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not giving Bill a 5-year deal. I can bring –
So you're going to have a young Jackson Dart. You're going to bring a new coach in. He's going to fix him and get him right, and then he's going to leave and lose his
I'm going to have a young quarterback that I don't have to pay for a few years, and I can put a lot of other good pieces around him.
That's great.
And go win now. Bill, I don't care.
Go
I'm
win
a Giant
now.
fan.
Hold on.
No. If I don't care if I'm a Giant fan about winning 10 years from now or 5 years from now, I'll worry about that then. Bill, I can bring here, and if I get the right pieces in place.
The right pieces.
And
Bill picking those pieces?
Bill's coaching the team.
Oh.
That's what Bill's doing.
Oh, Shane's going to fix it.
Bill would do, you know what I'm talking about.
So Shane's going to fix it.
Bill would do anything to be here, and you know that.
But
he would do anything.
It's just like
he can't argue against his drafting record.
It's like the Knicks thinking they was going to fix everything with Phil Jackson. His reputation is one thing. The reality is something different in this environment.
But what did the Knicks ask Phil Jackson to do? They asked him to run the organization. What is Phil Jackson best at? Coaching.
So Bill's going to come here and humble pie himself?
After the last couple of years?
Bill tells everybody else to humble pie. He ain't never ate a piece of humble pie in his life.
Let me ask you something. You think Bill's
you going to pay the ticket too? You going to pay the price for Bill?
Here's what you got to do. Do you think Bill is not going to come and coach the Giants for a 3-year contract? He will run here. He will run here.
But how soon before he can even turn the team around?
As I said,
he's going to turn the team around in 1 year. You mean to tell me he's going to be better than the teams in the NFC? He's going to be better than the Philadelphia Eagles in 1 year.
Do we agree that the Giants should be a whole lot better than they are?
Yeah, but we didn't pick them to be a lot much better. Let's stop it. Let's stop what we're talking about.
Because of their schedule.
But exactly.
They would not have blown 3 games like this.
A schedule is a result of who people see you as who you are.
It's a great conversation. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776.
You with me, right, Harvey?
Why are you disrespecting Bill Belichick? That's what I need to know. And why are you not doing it? You know what we'll do?
First of all, Harvey got a turtleneck on, and he looked like roll-on deodorant.
Harvey's
I was told I looked like George Lopez earlier today.
No, that too, but you like roll-on deodorant because the turtleneck is so high that it's covering your damn chin.
You like it, though, no?
It's a look.
All right.
But you like roll-on deodorant, though.
I understand.
Well, we'll ask somebody who played for Belichick next. Somebody who would know.
Okay.
Jason McCourty in moments on Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Heavy traffic now on the southbound BQE, westbound 278 by the Williamsburg Bridge. It's a broken down car in the right lane. Heavy traffic on the westbound Grand Central onto the RFK Bridge. It's a crash right by the Manhattan and Bronx toll legs. Meadowbrook Parkway northbound, very slow. Coming up to the Southern State with a crash in the right lane, and the Northern State Parkway out by New Hyde Park Road, a crash on the median. Southbound Taconic Parkway by Bryant's Pond Road, a crash with injuries. And in New Jersey, we have Route 28 closed at Cranford right by the Garden State Parkway. That's all because of a downed utility pole. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm fascinated to talk about this with Jason McCourty. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
Let's see if he keeps it 100% veal.
I think he will. He always does.
He's an honest man. I trust him.
I'd find it insulting that Bart would even suggest otherwise. Jason McCourty?
He has a very trusting head.
I don't know what that means, and I started to ask, but I don't think I even want to know. I think I'm just going to roll with it.
Well, I used to say I don't trust any black man over 40 with no mustache.
No, with a mustache.
Yeah, with a mustache. Only a mustache.
Okay. Well, I have more than a mustache, so I guess.
Yeah, I know, exactly. That's why we down like 4 flats. Steve Harvey, I do not trust Steve Harvey. A man with one mustache.
Here was what was amazing about that for a second, Jason, is that you reacted the way I react when Bart says something that I clearly, from a cultural standpoint, cannot comment on whatsoever.
You want to tell Jason what we talked about? He was talking about Leon Washington yesterday. And I was like, yeah, my nickname for him is Lil Smoke. He was like, yeah, he was fast. I said, no, he's black as hell. That's why I call him Smoke. And pause.
And then, as a result, we end up saying this.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
Hey, don't get canceled. I feel you, Chris. Don't get canceled on Bart's account.
Living on the edge, man, every day. Jason, of course, ESPN NFL analyst and CBS as well. What game you got this week?
I am headed to Cleveland. I have the Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns.
Okay, so we'll hit the Raven stuff here in a few minutes.
It's homecoming for the Ravens.
but we want to start with Belichick. You know, Jason, I've been spending a good amount of time over the last day or so just looking at the big picture here when it comes to the Giants. And I feel like we're kind of forgetting what Bill is. And so the arguments just briefly are as follows. Well, he never did it without Tom. Well, I'd go through all the great coaches and ask the same question about all the great quarterbacks that they played with. Well, he's gone to college, and it's turned into a mess down there. Well, they're starting to win some games. He's got a roster that is $20 million when you have other rosters in the sport that are $100 million. Are we forgetting how good of a coach Bill Belichick is, and does he deserve a longer discussion here for the Giants if you're trying to win in the short term?
I think when you've had as much success as Bill Belichick has had in the NFL, absolutely worth a discussion. I wouldn't say that people are forgetting his success. I think when you look at the National Football League, like, that's what it is. Like, no one cares about what you've done in the past. And I'm saying this because I sat in Bill's meetings for 3 years, and that's what he would always say. No one cares about what you did last year. It's about right now. And I think you look at the years that Bill, those last few years in New England, where they were winning 4 games, I think that's what people are evaluating you off of, and that's the last thing they remember. Is that fair? I mean, you can throw that question out to anyone, but that's just what our league is. We watch coaches get fired every single year, reappear somewhere else. Lou Anarumo, for example, in Cincinnati, they just fired him because he wasn't a good defensive coordinator. Now the Indianapolis Colts are playing really well under Lou Anarumo, so I think that's just the way it goes. I do think you give him a consideration. I think the reason being is the last few years, the New York Giants, since they've just gone from coach to coach to coach, there's been no stability within the organization. And I think the one thing that you look at, now I'm saying this while Bill's gone through all of the stuff with the girlfriend and all of that stuff, but I think when you talk about bringing somebody in that's done it for a long time, that knows what it should look like, having a head coach with that much experience, I think to just lead the people in the building, you 100% have to give it a lot of talk and consideration. I don't know where I'm at on bringing Bill back to the NFL after what we've just seen transpire, kind of winning games, yes, but all the off the field and everything that came along with this past year.
And one of my reasons why I wouldn't bring Bill back is because, Nick Saban had something where he always kept young guys around him that kept him refreshed. So you can be forever young, right? When you keep young people around you, innovative guys around you, whether it was Sarkisian, whether it was Dayball, he always kept young guys coming in. And I thought he was just in charge of the culture. But, as far as being able to build this team, I feel like Bill, because his record of how he handled free agency in the draft is a mark against him. And if I have a young quarterback, I need somebody that can be around with him for 15 years. I'm looking for my Andy Reid and my Mahomes. I'm looking for my Sean McDermott and my Josh Allen. Bill, because of his age, not that I want to discriminate because of age, but simply because I want longevity, because it may take him a couple of years to figure it out. And at that point, he's 79 years old, 78 years old, and then my young quarterback is going to have to learn how to fly without his parent behind him. So I think his age is it's really, he needs to go to a place that's ready to win right now, right?
Yeah. And I hear that. I think, I guess just to counter, and I don't say I disagree with you, I think a big part of that would be if you're hiring Bill, then the main question that you want to have with a young quarterback like Jackson Dart is who's your offensive coordinator? And almost you would want him to come in with the plan of, to your point, the young coaches that he sees that possibly could become a head coach one day. And you will want to have those type of people on the staff. So whoever the offensive coordinator is, that's a guy that Jackson Dart can continue to grow with or without Bill Belichick. But, I mean, as I said, I think he's worth the conversation. He's worth the interview. I don't know if Bill's at the top of my list if I'm the Giants of coaches that I'm looking to hire to lead the team into the future.
Do you have a list? If we were having your list, who would be in your list?
For me, I enjoy some of the young defensive coordinators. I think Jesse Minter would be a guy that I would want to talk to. Brian Flores would be a guy, a name that I would definitely, now there's the lawsuit, there's all those type of things, but I think Flo as a consummate leader of men and being in front of a room and what he's gone through since he's left Miami, being under Mike Tomlin, being under Kevin O'Connell, I think would be somebody that I would consider. Obviously, a lot of talk is going to be around Joe Brady as an offensive coordinator. Who'll be up in Seattle, what he's done with that offense. Those would be some of the names that I would want on my list of guys that I would want to talk to.
Now, I like your list, but I feel like if you get Brian Flores, you get elements of Bill as far as the discipline, somebody that can come over and make this defense elite with all the talent that they have, his ability to make these guys attack and put team. It's like having Wink Martindale all over again, right, for me. But do you take any consideration that the Jets and Giants have always gone with first-time head coaches, and that hasn't really worked outside of Flores? That's the only person that you named that had been a head coach before. Does a name like Mike McCarthy, because you grew up in this area, so you know that the Giants have always had perceptually a type of coach, right? A type of personality. When you think about Coughlin, you think about Fossil. You know what I'm getting at, right? So, does Mike McCarthy, is that somebody you should, maybe take a consideration with?
Yeah.
See, you ain't feeling it. 12-5. He helped make.
That would be everyone's response. But I think the same thing. If you bring Mike McCarthy in, absolutely going to bring stability. Young quarterback. He was with Dak Prescott. He was with Aaron Rodgers. Right away, he's going to help that organization get out of the mud and get to a point where they're going to be a relevant team. My question to you would be, if you hire Mike McCarthy, do you feel like he's going to lead you to a Super Bowl?
Why do we all have that reaction? Because I think you're right. We all do have that reaction about Mike
McCarthy. And that's not to say he's not a good hire.
Right.
I think He would probably be a fantastic hire. I would throw that question back to you. Do you feel like do you feel like he's the next person to get you set up for the next person to do that?
I think it feels like it's his personality of just kind of blah.
Exactly.
Like we probably don't look at what the record is because he doesn't jump off the page at you in one way or the other.
Well, for our listeners out there that may not be familiar with Mike McCarthy, let's put up his resume. Because I feel like his resume, and we always laugh, and Ray Deasy, who's a cynical person, we always make fun of his resume is the same, or if not better than Sean Payton's.
Sean Payton, same thing.
His record better than the same as Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
The same or better than John Harbaugh. But if we would have thrown those names out there, we would jump for joy. Like what he did in Dallas under duress with a overbearing general manager. I feel like that's the worst case scenario. If you can win 12 games in Dallas with Jerry kind of micromanaging all the time, then you should be good for business. Now, can he get a gangster defensive coordinator like Rex Ryan? You know what I'm saying? And just to thug it out a little bit. Or maybe Rob. I'll take Rob. Just give me some thug life, somebody that can take this defense, somebody that can take this defense and make it afraid, make people fear, like because they blitzing and they coming with all these different stuff, attack mode, not this bend don't break crap.
Hey, to your point, I remember when Sean Payton was coming up and everyone was talking about him as head coach and possibly replacing Mike McCarthy and going through it. And the win-loss record was damn near exactly the same amount of Super Bowls, all of those different things. I think it's just a perception thing, and that doesn't mean that Mike McCarthy wouldn't be an awesome head coach for the New York Giants. And 100%, when you fire your head coach in the middle of the season, a guy like Mike McCarthy who's available right now, like, yes, you have that conversation, and it gives him a leg up. We watched Vrabel do it last year where he was done with his contract with the Browns, and he got to get ahead of it. For the New York Giants, you don't have a coach now. Like 100%, you sit down and you talk to Mike McCarthy for a long time, and he can put together a whole plan right now for what he would do with Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterbull and this entire offense. So 100%, you look at somebody like Mike McCarthy and you see where that takes you. Like if that moves the needle for you, then go ahead. I just think fans and everyone alike, and that doesn't mean you're the person who should be evaluating the hire, they're all going to have that same reaction. Yeah, I like McCarthy.
See, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, I don't remember a parade for Tom Coughlin. And I damn sure don't remember a parade for Jim Fossil. They were great coaches for you, right? So, like, and we know that if you can handle the bright lights. Listen, Mike McCarthy's coached at two of the brand names in this league, and the Giants would be right there. So that he's not going to flinch. He handled the pressure underneath Dallas, and he handled it underneath basically the trophies named after the head coach.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
I don't want real quick, and I don't want to sound like I'm arguing against Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good hire.
No, it's like we all have to talk ourselves into him a little bit. Like, oh yeah, he is good, but he kind of just feels a little blah when you think of his name for whatever reason.
You hired Joe Judge, Dayball, Pat Shurmur, and
there have been some bad hires.
And McAdoo.
And McAdoo.
Like, bro, only coach that ever had debut with an oversized suit.
Even I would have shown up with a tailored suit.
You see, he looked like Charles Barkley, man. My boy Charles lost that weight. He said, man, I ain't buying no new suits.
Jay, last thing for tonight with the Jets and the Patriots. First of all, do you believe in the Patriots already? And I'm going to throw the number at you. The winning percentage, the strength of schedule that they have, 361, what they're facing right now. So is there reason to believe in them in the big picture this year yet? And have we seen enough of Justin Fields at this point?
Yes and yes. I do believe in the Patriots. I think every challenge they've had in front of them, they've been able to come out on the other side. So, yes, the strength of schedule. They just beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road. They beat the Buffalo Bills on the road. Those are teams that we're looking at as some of the better teams in the NFL. So, yes, you can't help the fact that you stunk the last few years and your schedule is what it is. But when you do get your opportunity against the better teams in the league, you're winning those games as well. And they haven't faltered at some of the lesser teams because we say that and we look at strength of schedule. We started this season out saying Buffalo's going to be the number one seed in the AFC because of what their strength of schedule is. Now we just watched them lose to Miami on the road. So you still have to be able to beat the teams that they say you're supposed to beat, and the New England Patriots have done that. I feel like as far as the Justin Fields conversation is twofold. It's like, yes, we've seen enough. Do we go with Tyrod Taylor? He got banged up when he got in the action. There's no young quarterback to throw in there and see what the future is. They handpicked Fields, the new regime, when they came in. But when you have 11 passing yards going into the fourth quarter, and I know the Cleveland Browns are a fantastic defense, it just looks like right now, from an offensive standpoint, they're reluctant to really let him loose. And when they do give him those opportunities, he's extremely reluctant to make a mistake or really cut the ball loose, and you just can't win games. Like, if the game tonight, if Breece Hall doesn't go off, you feel like they have absolutely no shot, because chances that you're going to get 2 returns for touchdowns in the special teams again is hard to believe.
Jay, great stuff. He's got the Browns and the Ravens this weekend. Of course, ESPN NFL analyst. We'll talk to you next week, man.
And whatever you sell, and I'm buying, man, I can trust that dome, man. Always nice and shiny.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
It is.
Jason McCourty, ESPN NFL analyst, and, of course, CBS as well with the game this weekend, Ravens and the Browns. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN app. A couple of comments coming in on the YouTube chat, including McCarthy doesn't inspire because he feels like he's underperformed with stacked rosters. We'll get to that. And a suggestion for McCarthy as head coach and his coordinators. I like this from Jersey Pride. You'll hear that in moments on ESPN New York.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Join Optimum and MSG Networks November 15th from noon to 2 p.m. at the new Gateway store for a grand opening celebration. Meet Knicks alum Larry Johnson. Plus, enjoy a family-filled day with balloon animals, face painting, and a Chick-fil-A lunch on us.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
In the chat, let's see here. Our guy Black Metronome there every day. Bart out here throwing live grenades for Carlin to catch. Nothing today, though. Nothing today. But I did want to throw this one out there. This is from Jersey Pride on the YouTube chat right now. ESPN New York's YouTube page. You should go there. You can watch the show. You can chime in. We'll get you involved in it. McCarthy is head coach. Mike McDaniel is OC. Antonio Pierce is DC.
Yeah.
I can see you're excited.
I don't think Mike McDaniel's getting fired.
Really?
Nah.
It does feel like Stephen Ross wants to keep him.
Right, he wants to keep him. He just beat the Buffalo Bills.
But let me ask you this. How do you justify keeping that guy in the locker room if the team clearly fell apart after that?
Well, you have one or two things that you can do.
It's not my fault that the Bills went out the night before.
Either you get rid of the players or you get rid of the coach. And it seems like they're getting rid of the players. Phillips, gone. Mika probably gets traded next year.
Tyreek Hill's going to be gone.
Tyreek Hill, gone. Maybe even Tua Tagovailoa, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, Armstead, gone. They spent a lot of money in a short period of time to bring in a lot of guys to try and win. Their window was I feel like the Bills' window is 1 or 2 more years before theirs close again. The first year they got Tyreek Hill was when they were all in, and they made the trade for Bradley Chubb. That was 3 seasons ago. These windows, when you have to pay everybody, you start paying everybody, opens and closes quickly. Xavier and Howard, all that young talent that they have brought in, aged out. And so, and Mike McDaniels came in the middle of that. He came in the middle of that. Brian Flores started it, then the first year Mike McDaniels, he set it up for him. That window is open and it's closed. So I don't know if I'm ready to get rid of Mike McDaniel. I'll give him another shot and see how he finishes the season out and see if we can restock this roster. I don't know what they got for Phillips. I think they got a third, but they also dumped his salary. They have I forgot who they have, Chop Robinson out there. So maybe they feel like they could put Chop in. And who knows, Bradley Chubb, they spent a boatload from Denver to trade for him. They paid him his money. It's been limited results.
Would McDaniel be an attractive coordinator hire for any team?
Yeah. I mean, if he just had to work on one thing, and he's like the mad scientist. I don't know how sociable he is and how he connects to people in that way, because he just comes off as an awkward person. You see him when he talks on his interviews. That's hard to connect with because he seems socially awkward and uncomfortable with talking to real people.
There have been so many coaches over the years who have gotten head coaching jobs who you can just tell they would much rather be watching tape in the film room than having to go out and do all the other ancillary things that have to do with being a head coach.
And he seems like one of them. So, you can put him right back into that box, and I think he'll be fine. I wouldn't be mad if Brian Flores came over. He brought Josh McCown, because Josh McCown's been in these systems for a while, and it seems like he would be a great offensive coordinator. A lot of these guys be quarterback coaches, but they be ready to be play callers as well. I still like Mike McCarthy, Rex Ryan, because you have 2 adults in the building. You got guys who are teachers.
Do you? Do you have 2 adults in the building, or really just one?
1.5. Well, 1.5. but then you have, but you do have 2 teachers.
You have one, and here's some more foot fetish videos.
Yeah. It's like this thing. It's this thing on Instagram that's been out for a while, and they show like the dad coming down with the son. Like this is the dad. Then you see the grandfather come down. Everybody's responsible. Then you got the uncle. The uncle got the kid. He almost drowned the kid. Success. He didn't die. You know what I'm saying? That's the Rex Ryan experience.
And then I'll just give credit for this real quick. Michael on the chat calls McDaniel McVape and McNerd. That's solid. That's solid. Tommy in Jersey has another idea for a defensive coordinator. Tommy, what's up, dude?
Tommy.
What's up, gentlemen? How we doing?
What up? What up?
What up? Hey, listen, I listen to you guys every day. Bart, I got a serious question for you. You have more knowledge than anybody I listen to, and I listen to a lot of sports stuff. Why are you not going for a DC job, bro?
Give me 3 years.
His kids. He has said he's thought about coaching, but it's about being around his kids right now. I'd like to let you in a little secret. Kids, overrated.
Kids ruin relationships.
Kids ruin your life, if we're being honest.
And all you hope is when your kids get older that they return the favor and they take care of you.
That's true.
But if you have some kids that you taking care of for the rest of their life, like, come on, I wasted my time.
I won't lie. Like, Cheryl and I don't have kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I hope it goes quick.
Yeah.
I hope it's just like, boom. That's why, like, people look at me and say, hey, you got to worry about your health here. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm banking on it being a hand grenade that goes off, not just a gradual thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
my dad went boom like that.
I have to be honest.
He was not that big.
I've looked at my oldest kid a couple times, said, yeah, I should have pulled out. Yeah. It's okay. I love him, though.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
I love my son, though. But every once in a while, man, I'm like, man, come on, man.
What's the over-under now?
Actually, that one I could have let go, but I just wanted a reason to fire it off. I could have responded to that.
My daughter? I know I'm always listening. I know she might abuse me. She ain't going to put me in no nursing home.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
I'm happy today that Shane is staying because that means that it's not John Mara making the decision on who the next head coach would be. Feel awful about Shane and think that he has done a terrible job. He's still more equipped to make the decision on who the next head coach is than John Mara is to pick the next general manager and head coach.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris.
It's a tough one last night, not just because they got beat up pretty good. And listen, that's going to happen on the back end of a back-to-back, but they physically got beat up. And Jalen Brunson left the building in a boot and on crutches. So the Knicks now kind of wondering where we stand with him. We bring in Jonathan Macri of Knicks Film School. If you have not checked him out, you need to do it on the podcast, on YouTube, on Substack. He does a fantastic job for Knicks fans who are interested in all things Knicks, and he joins us right now. He popped on with me a couple of years ago. I haven't had him on since when I did the night show. But, good dude, and he joins us right now.
Went that well, huh?
Well, I went.
That's what I was going to say. What did I do? Said I was on the outs for 3 years. I
got moved over to the national thing, and then we just got bounced around. I'm like, you know what? I've completely blanked. I got to get Jonathan back on because he was so good, and we appreciate it, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, no, walking boot. I mean, I know it was snowing the other day, but it's not boot season yet, so that's not exactly what you wanted to hear as you were finishing up the Knicks game last night for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, didn't see anybody get them Timbs yesterday. But what's the level of concern without Malcolm Brogdon retired? We knew that backup point guard was a point of concern. And where do they go from here?
I'm happy you brought up Malcolm Brogdon, Bart, because I think for a lot of fans when they signed him, it was a little bit curious because it's like, all right, well, the rotation already seems to have all the guys that it needs as far as how many minutes they're going to be able to distribute. So when they went out of their way to bring in a guy who was an older player and was definitely a point guard, someone who could run the offense when your starter's not out, I think we should have all our signals should have went up that this team does not trust its ability to get into its offense, to even bring the ball up the court, at a sufficient level when Brunson is not on the court. Obviously, Brogdon retired, and you even saw it last night against a very physical Magic defense that when Brunson wasn't doing his thing, they were having some trouble getting into their sets, running their offense, all those sorts of stuff. So, I mean, for me, look, it's November. We got a long way to go until the playoffs. I don't think this is going to be a long-term injury, but for however long Jalen Brunson is out, this is a team that has made its bones so far this season on their ability to score. Even after last night, they're the third best offense in the league. Without Brunson, I mean, for them to just getting to be a league average offense, I got to say, I think it's going to be a challenge.
Jonathan Macri is with us, KFS Podcast, Knicks Film School on YouTube, on Substack. He's everywhere. This is what I'm really most concerned about in regards to that, because it is a new offense, because they have looked so comfortable in it, I think, and I think for the most part, and we'll get to Kat in a few minutes, as to they're really enjoying playing in it, but just how much this could potentially change the dynamic of everybody still getting used to it. Yet, if you don't have him for 3 weeks, that kind of puts everything on hold a little bit.
Yeah, and, I'm glad you mentioned the new offense also, because I think everybody's been a fan of it. I think the players have been fans of it. Everybody's eating. OG Anunoby's taking 1 million threes. Mikal Bridges, he's out there dishing assists at a career-high rate. And even Towns, who I know we're going to get to, he's started to look more comfortable over the last few weeks, last night against the Magic aside. The thing is, and if you look at the on-off numbers on this team, and I don't want to go crazy analytics here for a second, but when Jalen Brunson hasn't been on the court, they're scoring at a bottom 6 rate, league-wide. So I think that tells you, for as much as all of the Brown, influence on their offense has been a benefit, his merely being out there, Brunson's presence on the court, it is such gravity that he provides, or whoever the best defender on the other team, well, they know they got to pay attention to Brunson. And now that when they have Brunson moving around off the ball, that even increases it that much more because he's a great shooter. So with him out of the equation, I think it's going to turn to some other guys to maybe lean into some things that they can do. But my question is, how comfortable are they doing it?
Yeah, I mean, last year we saw Josh Hart try and play point whatever he is. You know what I mean? We saw him try and bring the ball up and facilitate. We saw McBride. McBride's a more catch-and-shoot guy. I thought the team and organization – missed a big opportunity to try and get a guy like Dennis Schroeder to come in. I thought he would have been a perfect fit, perfect complement to when Jalen Brunson was off the court. Now, with that being said, this is going to be a huge test for them to see how the offensive flows. But also, if that's the case, if this team struggles, they really have to think about what moves they can make when the trade deadline comes. Because if they can't, they can't be so dependent on Brunson. If he gets hurt, then the season's over.
I mean, I think you just said it, because ultimately this team is only going to go as far as Jalen Brunson takes them. And if he's not healthy when the games start to matter come springtime, I mean, we could sit here and talk circles. It's not going to matter. They're not going to go anywhere. So, but that said, I appreciate and understand your point about, hey, was there another ball handler to go out and get? I think what they are banking on, or what they did bank on, given their limitations this offseason with second apron stuff and all the stuff that's going to bore your listeners that I won't get into, is that the combination of players that they have on the roster, well, they don't have a true backup point guard. Again, now that Brogdon retired, they have enough guys with secondary ball handling skill that they could make it work between, as you mentioned, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Mikal Bridges, who's been bringing the ball up a ton this year. Even guys who you don't think of. OG Anunoby has at least tried here and there, bring the ball up, initiate actions. And then, of course, you have the big guy, Karl-Anthony Towns, who I think we forget sometimes, he is one of the 10 or 15 most talented offensive players in the league. And at the same time, he is a tricky fit, because maybe not fit, but other than, some of your more traditional all-NBA level players, Cat's not a guy you're just going to dump the ball into and say, here, go score 25, run our offense. He's a different sort of fit. So my biggest question for however long Jalen Brunson is out is, how do they use Karl-Anthony Towns, and is it different from how we've seen Karl-Anthony Towns be used over the first 3 weeks of the season?
Jonathan Macri is with us, Knicks Film School. There's so much great stuff on his YouTube page, and on you can get his podcast wherever your podcasts, and on Substack. He's got a good Substack as well. And that's kind of, Bart brought this up this morning. It's going to be interesting to me. It's not just how they use Cat while Brunson's out, but if that's an extended period, what does it look like when Brunson comes back if the dependence on Cat kind of changes a bit?
Well, you could file that under good problems to have, for me. Yeah. I understand. I'm not dismissing it. I think it's a very valid concern. But, think back to last season when Brunson missed the entire month of March, essentially with a similar ankle injury to what it looks like he just sustained. The offense, and that was a kind of a cupcake schedule, so I don't want to go too far with it, but the offense looked okay with Bridges doing more and Towns doing more. Now, when Brunson came back, they kind of found an interesting blend. I don't know that they ever really got going in the way that you would have wanted them to, even in the playoffs, making it to the conference finals. I don't know that we ever got that level of offensive consistency. The thing for me with Karl Anthony Towns has always been, can he play both with pace, which obviously Brown wants all of his guys to do, but also with patience and poise. And if the opportunity is there for him to take an extra beat and see how a play develops, can he do that as opposed to just barreling into someone with a crazy drive or get an offensive foul, all the things that Karl Anthony Towns has unfortunately been doing for the last decade. I think if he can use this as an opportunity to get more used to the offense in that sense, when Brunson comes back, if they keep playing it the way Mike Brown wants them to play, it can only be a positive. But again, I got to see it. I got to, actually trust that Towns can do it as what is essentially going to be the number one option on this offense.
Way too early takes, right? It's early in the season. We haven't even got to Christmas when people believe that the NBA season truly starts. But it's no excuses for the Knicks, and I don't think it'd be anybody feeling sorry for them. I don't think anybody give them a pass in this area because they look like they should be the clear, faraway favorites to represent the Eastern Conference in the championship. So when you look at the landscape, way too early takes to make. What's some of the teams that you think have shown that they can be a formidable challenge to the Knicks going forward? It looked like yesterday, just Orlando with their size and their length without Carroll can present different challenges for them as one team.
I think you got to start with Cleveland, and I understand what you're saying about the clear favorites. I mean, coming into the year, they were neck and neck with the Cavs as far as, the odds makers and all that stuff goes, at who is most likely to represent the East. They had Cleveland's number in the playoffs a few years ago. Cleveland seemed to get him back last year. I think the Cavs are very good. They won a game against the Heat last night without their three best players. They have continuity going for them. So the Cavs, until proven otherwise, they are going to remain my team that I have the closest eye on. But the other team, Bart, that I'm having my eye on is the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, thank you.
And look, I know the Knicks, they won that first round series last year. That series could have gone either way. Those games were all close. The Knicks I know we don't want to talk about it, but the Knicks got a benefit of a favorable call at the end of game 4.
Oh, I talk about it.
He talks about it all the time. You had to go down this route.
Thank you so much. You can stay on for the rest of the show.
I appreciate that. No, look, I don't want to gas up, the Pistons too much here because I do think that they have some real issues as far as spacing. I mean, this isn't 99 or 2003. You do need shooters on the court to make it through, 3 playoff rounds to make the finals. And I just don't think the Pistons have that level of shooting. But if you're talking about 1 7-game playoff series and the Pistons have the ability to come in there and beat you up, and they have a guy in Cade Cunningham, and you look at, again, when Brunson comes back, it's going to be that same problem of you have 2 very weak defenders in Brunson and Towns in your starting 5. And when you play a team like Detroit, who has a jumbo ball handler like Cade Cunningham, and you give the Knicks no good places to hide on defense, that's a big challenge for them. I would pick the Knicks in that series, but that would, the Pistons are coming. They won a game, talking about teams who won games last night. Cade Cunningham didn't even play, and they went out there and they won a game. Paul Reed out there, looking like Bill Russell. They have something going in Detroit. They have a toughness about them. They have a confidence. I think that Knicks series really gave them a shot in the arm that said, hey, we could compete with the big boys in the East. So if I'm looking for another team other than Cleveland, Detroit's the one I have my eye on.
You're just making my day longer. Right
we back. They did that without Stu Beef, too, by the way.
Okay.
Yes, that too.
and Malik was gambling. That's why he was missing all them J's.
Jonathan Macri.
Listen, he's. I hope Malik Beasley at least made whatever money he was looking to make in that, because boy, did he cost himself with this contract. But
Jonathan Macri, Knicks Film School, with us. The podcast on YouTube, on Substack. Last one for me. Yep. Just simply overall with Brown, where is your ceiling? A lot of people have come into this year and felt like if the Knicks didn't make the finals, it'd be a disappointment. Where do you come down on that if we're assuming health in all of it?
Assuming health, I think it's fair to say that anything less than a finals appearance would be a disappointment. I don't think you are ever going to get, with all due respect to Cleveland and Detroit, I don't think you are ever going to get a more wide open Eastern Conference. When you're talking about elite teams, there is no version of Boston that we saw a couple of years ago, or there's no LeBron James led team here, when LeBron was in his prime. So the Knicks should make the finals. And I think if they don't, the last coach got them on the doorstep of the finals. He didn't get all the way there, and he lost his job. So I think it's only reasonable to say that they should make the finals. As far as their ceiling, can they win a championship? Look, if you make it to the finals, your ceiling is a championship team. I still think this team, again, with Brunson and Cat in the starting five, two substandard defenders, can they take down, one of the big boys out west? We'll see. But if they make it that far, I wouldn't put it past them, mostly because Jalen Brunson's on the roster. And as long as he is, I'm going to have faith that they could win any big game at any time.
Great stuff, man. Appreciate it. He does an amazing job. Does a post-game show after every Knick game. Jonathan Macri, Knicks Film School. Check him out on all socials and at YouTube as well, and subscribe there. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you again soon. It'll be a lot less than 2 years, I promise.
Appreciate that, guys. Have a great day.
Yep.
Clearly a huge Piston fan, too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
you'll be on all the time now. You'll be on all the time.
Tell me how Duran did last night.
Oh, my God. But honestly, he does a great job. And I watch his stuff post-game sometimes. And like I said, on YouTube, you get a lot out of it. You can tell how locked in he is on everything going on. I'm a big Jonathan Macri fan. So by all means, check out his stuff. Bart?
You know where Brunson should be go?
Probably needs to get some things loosened up a little bit. Maybe a little trip to Samwell.
Aha! Way to throw the assist John Stock ball. Okay, listen, this fall, don't sit on the sidelines because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck pain, back pain, joint pain, you're missing out on all the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Samwell Pain, Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. J. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing, getting you back in that game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime, just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraines, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will design a personalized non-surgical game plan for you. Without any pain medication, same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted. So what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit SamwellPain.com. Text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Englewood. Always up to no good.
Oh, bars.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Also over on the ESPN YouTube page where the show is. You can watch right there, and why wouldn't you be? We've got a couple of calls up. Let's get them going. David and Elizabeth is up on ESPN New York. What's up, Dave?
Yo. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good.
Where you watching the game at tonight, son?
I'm going to watch it at my second job on my phone while I'm listening to it.
Damn, you a Haymon too?
Yeah, man, I'm just like you, Bart. We got to have multiple jobs if we want nice things in life. So, yeah, I'll be working on my second job by watching the game.
Yeah, so, we're all just like Bart, where our second job is show up to get paid $10,000 for 20 minutes.
Hey, somebody gotta do it.
By the way, if I gotta see one more video of you in the parking lot with Pepsi and hanging around people's tailgates, oh my God.
Yo,
hey, that's zero sugar. Crazy. That's zero sugar now. Hold up now. We can get them as a sponsor here too. Zero sugar.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Chef. I was just about to bring that up. I'm like, yo, this guy gets paid to put on a jet apron and walk around the parking lot and try all types of meats and stuff. Pause.
Hey, you can get indigestion that way, man. I did that for y'all. I had to make sure I had some tongue so that acid. You know what I mean?
Poor Bart, please.
Yo, Bart, man, I need to come work for you sometime if I lose one of my employments.
I got you, brother.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into sports, man. So, look, this is what I want to say. It's out of three things that's going to happen tonight. One, I would love if the Patriots overlook us and we get a W. And not for nothing, teams that are really good, they overlook the competition. And it's a rivalry game, of course. It's division beef, and I hope we come to the party and we surprise them. Or option number 2, we get steamrolled and it's going to be a party. And the only person invited is Justin Fields with 15 yards by halftime, which I hope doesn't happen. And number 3, it's a competitive rival game, and some way, somehow, we lose by a field goal. But I would love if our organization upsets the Patriots and upsets my man Biff's beautiful ceremony they'll have on, halftime. Yes, I'm calling Rob Gronkowski Biff.
Oh, okay. So you just gave us 3 scenarios. Which one do you think is the most likely?
The third one, which I hate. Yeah, I'm a realist, bro. The third one.
Listen, I have Justin Fields on the shortest of hooks in football. Listen, he did not play well last week, and it's overlooked. I will have Tyrod Taylor ready to go. Listen, if this is about culture, if this is about winning, then if you show up and it looks like you don't have it today, then we're going to the next man up. That's the true definition of next man up.
I'm just looking here to try to find anything on who's starting at quarterback tonight.
Oh, it's going to be –
You think it's going to be Fields?
Yeah, I mean, because you won. He was the starting quarterback, but he played worse than anybody on the team.
But 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago you said to me when they beat Cincinnati, you said, I said, well, I would assume after how he played he's going to start. And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have – listen, you were playing against the worst defense in football. Everybody had 8 against that team. That's not something that you say, oh, wow, like you give them credit, but everybody 8.
I'm just looking to see what the, on some of ESPN Bet and FanDuel, like what the props are.
Brees, I don't know if
they're putting it all up there like it's going to be Fields.
Yeah, they got the number one defense, run defense in the league. So they're going to put it in the hands of Brees Hall. I mean, the hands of whoever the quarterback is. And we need a quarterback that's capable of throwing us out of trouble, not just.
All right, now this is wrong here. Okay, like I'm looking at just to give you an idea. I'm looking at FanDuel for a second.
Yeah,
Justin Fields to throw for more than 100 passing yards.
100
is minus 235. So in other words, it's a heavy favorite that he would do that, right? To throw for a more than 125, those odds are cut in half. That's how bad it is. Bro. Think about that. Harvey, I want to bet $235 to win $100 on Fields throwing for over 100 yards, or do I want to bet $130 for him to throw for more than 125 yards?
That's crazy.
I mean, that's cut in half.
That's crazy work.
Come on.
What's the basketball equivalent to that? I bet it's
10 or 15 points.
I ain't going to get no 15.
No. He ain't going to get no 13. Not tonight.
Damn.
That tells you everything you need to know about this. His over-under in passing yards for the night, Drake May is 236.5. His is 129.5.
What's Brees rushing yards? Don't tell me Brees rushing yards probably like 60.
Let's see. Brees is rushing yards.
This is number one rush defense, but I don't think it's because they're
54.5.
See, I don't think they're a great rushing team. I mean, a great rushing defense team. I just think that the teams that they've gone against pass the ball a lot.
We've got Fortenbaugh coming up here in a little bit, so we can ask him about some of these. But, I cannot believe that I see that. But then Travion Henderson, who has been tremendous against the Jets. Tell me you wouldn't think about jumping on this.
Long speed.
75.5.
Oh, that's easy work.
You would think it.
But this is what I want to know. Did Quincy do enough to earn his job back?
I don't know how he wouldn't have.
They started
that's insane.
Listen, they benched him. The dude had 8 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and a sack.
Do you think they benched him for financial reasons?
I don't know why. They're gonna
I don't know what kind of incentives he's got left in his deal too for this year.
The Jets got money. They ain't even close to their salary cap. They just dumped off $60 million.
No, I understand that. I'm saying
I would think if they did that would be low class.
It would be. I wouldn't expect him to do it.
Yeah, and he's already missed 5 games. So what is sentence in
That's a good
elevators
point.
going to get?
That doesn't make any sense then from my point.
Right.
I forgot about that.
He already missed the first 5 games.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
He ain't going to hit no escalators.
That doesn't mean anything. It just meant that they were trying to go into full tank mode.
But the crazy part is 2 weeks ago what we didn't mention is that Sherwood was benched for a whole half and ain't nobody say nothing.
Not a peep. Now, let's be fair.
Why aren't the reporters asking that? That's what I want to know that, too.
You could agree that, we were saying at the time when we found out about Quincy getting benched that, Sherwood had played worse than Quincy had. So at least you understand it.
But they had nobody else to put in because Quincy was gone.
But let me ask you this. Can we really start asking that question about Sherwood when at the same time all we want is for there to be accountability? That's exactly what Aaron Glenn presumably would be doing. They just paid Sherwood, and they're taking him out of the game.
But that's what we asking. We want to know, hey, what was the problem? I feel like everybody missed that, and nobody said nothing. I wanted to know.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. I quickly want to get to Ryan, the mailman, up next on ESPN New York. What's up, Ryan?
Yeah, fellas. What's going on?
What's going on, dude?
Fellas, so I was on vacation last week, right? I was listening to y'all in the morning show, and Mel Kiper did not make those drafts of those quarterbacks coming out of college look good at all.
Yeah.
So my question is, let's say Tua doesn't make it in regards to the Dolphins. I know, Bart, you've been, stomping the table for Kyler Murray. You see Tua as an option for the Jets at all?
I'm nervous.
And they draft somebody?
I'm nervous with Tua because of the head trauma. All it is one hit.
True,
No, listen. If he would sign a waiver that doesn't guarantee his contract, if he gets hurt from the head thing, which he probably would never do, I can't trust him to come in. Isn't it just the Jets' luck? Aaron Rodgers pops his Achilles. He gets hit in some meaningless game in preseason.
Yeah.
And he can't play. We got to cut him a damn check.
I would not bring Tua in for a few reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, I don't think he's very good. Number two,
I think he's a
okay.
top 15.
But if Tua is ever going to thrive, wouldn't it be playing in Miami?
To me, Tua is Drew Brees.
Right, and I don't want him playing outdoors here in the middle of November. Secondly, Tua this year has not exactly handled himself great from a leadership standpoint.
Yeah, ever since he got paid that money, people thought it was an idea out there that Tua was willing to risk coming back because he needed the big payday because his whole family has made Tua the family business.
Yeah.
Remember, they moved from Hawaii all the way to Alabama to support this, and then he's got the money, so people think he's closer to the end and being ready to retire than he is to the beginning. And he may be a guy that's not going to play that long because why would you even blame him? Why would he keep putting himself at risk knowing that the next hit could be something that can damage him for life? So you're already worried about CTE and all that stuff. Well, he's already shown signs of, major brain trauma when his fingers got stuck in those positions twice. So, I don't know if I can risk a pick on a guy like Tua Tagovailoa. I much rather try and say, hey, Mac Jones, we're not going to draft we're not going to draft the quarterback this year. You'll have this year and next year to convince us that you can be our starting quarterback for the future, because in 2027 you can say, hey, I'm going to take that quarterback, and then you can go out and get so many stud receivers out there. The Jets definitely need to go get one of these studs. What's the guy, Lemon, the kid from Ohio State?
They've got two receivers out there that are really good at USC. They've got there's a receiver from Ohio State this year. That's not Jeremiah Smith, the other one. Ohio State's got 4 first-round picks, right?
Ryan Hartline, man, is doing a hell of a job in coaching these guys how to be great receivers. So I think the Jets, I would move down and get whatever guy I can get as far as receiver help.
Mod Serling on the chat. I don't really want any part of Tua. He's not the guy I want leading the room, and that speaks to the kind of the way he's handled himself, as you were talking about, since he got the contract.
Sure, we'll take Kyler Murray.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Audio files coming up in mere moments.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Joe Shane's going to lead the coaching search, which means he's not going anywhere.
Which is unbelievable. You've been a train wreck of an organization.
Yeah, I think Brian Daboll got too concerned about what everybody else thought about him.
It feels so Jets-like. So here we go again.
There's no track record now with your owner and making smart decisions at either GM or coach.
It has not worked out. That is 100% true.
The only thing that gives me any solace is that I feel like they have the quarterback, which is a huge piece to the puzzle. But other than that, we're back to square one again.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds. Starting at $25 a month, call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Fight fans, it's time for UFC 322. The action starts Saturday at the Rutherford with Team ESPN and Bud Light. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right bar to watch the fight, the Rutherford is your destination. The party kicks off at 6 p.m. and Team ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN and Bud Light prizes. Join fellow UFC fans Saturday at West 33rd Street. Cheer on your favorite fighters, enjoy Bud Light draft and bucket specials all night, and cool giveaways at the Rutherford.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
What Harvey looks like a DJ today, baby. Like Harvey killed Boombaka yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Harvey, this 2 days in a row, he's setting the bar high for this music he's putting on. I don't know if Harvey in love or something like that or what's going on. He in the holiday spirit or something, but Harvey been killing these DJ tracks, man. It's like he almost went home, and before the show, he has a game plan about what type of vibe he want to be in today.
You know what I am? You see that meme these days where the guy has the pen and the pen's on fire? That's me right now. I'm on fire.
Balling. Batting 1,000 right now. He's Sammy Sosa right now with the enhancements.
Well, I don't know about that.
Are you in love?
With what?
He asked you if you were in love before.
With the game.
No, he said Harvey must be in love the way he's DJing right now.
No, in love, no.
No?
No, I do it for the love of the game. That's it.
You in hate?
No.
You don't got no love in your life right now, huh?
No, sadly, no.
Oh, man.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Call the Passport Bros. They'll find you love.
And on the ESPN New York app, let's hit audio files. We got to hear from Jameis.
Why not?
How would we not hear from Jameis?
Give me all the Jameis you got.
Jameis Winston, first of all, just letting it loose, singing.
Finally made it, huh? Finally made it.
That's Jameis yesterday. in front of the cameras for the first time as the Giants starting quarterback this season. What he wants fans to know about him.
I'm going to do my best. Obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old, and I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference if y'all don't know. Yeah, 10-year reunion.
What's the 10-year reunion of what?
Hamilton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Famous. One step ahead of us all.
Have you ever seen Hamilton?
I have not.
I think you'd really enjoy it.
Me too.
I think you would.
When it was like crazy.
I couldn't do it. I didn't see it until like last year.
Yeah, I didn't feel like calling no favors and all that
No,
stuff. You had presidents showing up. I was like,
no,
I'm good.
No, but I mean, like, I saw it last year. And listen,
it's not the original cast anymore, is it?
No, but it doesn't have to be Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's amazing. But the guy who was doing it was off the charts. Like, they were all really, really good. I think you'd love it.
I'm going to check it out. Because I do love the Michael Jackson joint. Oh.
Yeah.
I saw that like 3 times.
Can you just imagine Jameis Winston sitting like 5th row center for Hamilton?
Just smiling.
Yep, singing along with the whole thing.
I feel like you got to damn near call Jameis up to do a set. Give him an old hobo jacket or something like that. Just let him sing a part of the set, sit in the back.
I cannot tell you how jacked up I am to see him on Sunday.
Me too. Like, he's just like energy personified. Just good energy, man. Like, you can feel it coming out of the camera, man. His chi. There
are just people that you like to be around as people.
Yep.
And listen, with what happened with Jameis early in his career and the stuff that was going on, you never thought it was going to be like this, right?
You know what he's become? He's moved from like George Foreman, a mean dude, to like George Foreman post-grill.
Yeah, exactly. Except that you never really thought of him as a mean dude. He was just kind of a guy.
Yeah,
but the personality has come out the last few years.
But now you just like him,
right?
You know? Like, it was all when we talk about eating W's, we looked at him like a weirdo. But now it's just like, man, he consistent. That's who he is.
Here's a little bit more from him.
In times like this, it's just action. Who's going to focus on being the solution? Who's going to focus on doing all that they can do to be the solution for this team? And me, I'm just taking it one day at a time, one play at a time, and I'm encouraging everyone else. Just do your best. Like, that's all the fans want. The fans just want us to come out there and do our very best. And when we come out and execute and do our very best, we're a tough team to beat.
Well, not exactly. The
fans want you to win.
Yeah, you'll win. You can do your best. They'll cuss your ass out. Your best is not good enough, and you need to get the hell out of here. But
we're all smiling. If Jameis comes out and throws a pick 6 in the first 3 passes, then we got a problem.
Boo this man.
Boo this man. Get him off the field. Then it comes to the Giant coach and the different possibilities. Albert Breer on with Rich Eisen giving his possibilities.
Mike McCarthy is one that I look at, and if you're looking to stabilize things, I mean, if his worst offense was winning 12 games a year for 3 years in Dallas, like maybe he's somebody that you look at as somebody who can kind of stabilize things for your young quarterback and build a really good staff.
What about Lane? What about Lane Kiffin?
And Lane I love it. From an entertainment perspective, there are two names that I think would be great for me.
I know the other one too. So you just go for Lane, and then I'll give you.
How about you let him speak, Rich?
Okay. Lane and Belichick are the two.
Oh, Belichick! I thought you'd go Gruden.
No, for entertainment purposes, those would be the best ones, right?
Okay.
Like Lane and Belichick, because Bill's obviously got the connections to the organization. He reveres the Giants. He's got a personal relationship with John Mara.
Yep.
I just don't know that they can go down that road. But I think Bill would walk on hot coals to get that job.
All right, Rich, let him finish the answer, okay? I don't need the jumping in there, okay? Let the man speak.
Talking over people.
But you let people speak. You let people speak all the time to guess? You do.
50% of the time.
It's usually me that you're just jumping all over, but that's all right. Anyway, Lane Kiffin would be entertaining for sure. I don't know that he fits the Giant profile.
People
so
like
much.
John Gruden, man. John Gruden is starting to get a lot of
Bart,
support, and it's amazing.
I know. The problem is this. He is suing the league. And until he stops suing the league, until that is absolutely handled 100% one way or another, he's not getting a job.
I don't think the league can stop him from getting a job.
I'm saying none of those owners are going to give him a job before he's done with whatever the litigation is with the league.
I feel like he can get sued twice then, because they're saying he can say they're discriminating against him. So like he can sue individual teams for not letting them interview. You got to at least let them interview.
Please name me the company that hires somebody that's suing them. Unless they're trying to get them to drop the lawsuit.
But it's individual contractors too. Like, this is a league, but the league is made up of individual individual brands.
And I'm saying, but those owners as a whole,
I would say
that lawsuit with what it was.
But I can say, well, he can settle. What I would say, what I would say is, if Flores can be a coordinator, why can't I be a head coach? He's suing the league. Make it make sense. You discriminate against me because I'm an Asian white man.
I'll tell you, when is Whitey going to catch a break?
You know what I'm saying? It's time for him to come out and use his white card. Hey, the black guy can get a job, but I can't.
Gruden speaking up for the disenfranchised white man. Here's Adam Schefter on Unsportsmanlike. What about Belichick, Adam?
I think it'd be a great hire. I'd love to see it. I don't know that it's realistic and practical. From both ways. There's history there. There's a connection there. I'm not sure that the Giants would do it. I'm not sure Bill would do it, but I think he'd be unbelievable as head coach again.
I think the Giants would absolutely talk about it. I think the Giants
They
would
probably
absolutely
are.
talk about it.
I think you have that. That's why I wish they had a search group, because then you can go through all of that and go through the process. Like, put names up there and then tell me why they don't deserve to be up here first. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of positives for Bill and why he should be up there.
Last one, Scott Boras yesterday talking about Pete Alonso trying not to vomit.
Pete has been a lifetime Met, and obviously when he reflects on his career, it's all he has to look to. The one thing I think Pete understands, that playing in New York is not something most can do. To become a star-level player in New York, even fewer can do it. And so I think the New York fans recognize it, and they've been very, very outward and appreciative of him. He and Haley's involvement in the community has been received so well. He's, in so many ways, from a production, middle lineup, he's an ideal franchise player, plays every day. And it's clear that the New York fans relate to somebody who is workmanlike, who is what Pete is. When I use the term pachydermium-like, I mean, he is the elephant that goes out there every day. He is impenetrable, and he really knows how to manage the pressure of that situation. So I think it's something he's very proud of because of the fact that so few have achieved that standing.
Macadamium?
See, again, Harvey, we talked about that. Nobel Peace Prize for Pete. And then he went on and did a Peter picked a pepper, he kept doing like a P thing. Yeah. It was so stupid. Yeah. I love Pete, but come on, let's not make him out to be Gandhi.
We'll see. We'll see Pete in with San Francisco.
He'll be somewhere else, I bet you, because somebody else might give him 5 years, and the Mets are not going to do that. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Hey, Fortenbaugh.
Oh, my favorite time of the year. I wonder how did he cover his lip back up?
We'll find out next.
Thursday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. How concerning is Jalen Brunson's injury?
I think he turned his right ankle. Yeah, he turned his right ankle, but that's all I know.
And the Knicks lost to the Magic last night.
First of all, you got to give them credit. Jamal Mosley and the rest of Orlando Magic, they kicked our ass. It's as simple as that. They came out with a physical presence that we didn't handle well.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
See, not Harvey just showing off. You know what I'm saying? He coming with some off, non-mainstream Ricky Ross. What up, Ant-Man? Yeah, that's me.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app each week. This gentleman does this free of charge. Not one free coupon to Arby's has been sent his way for coming on and giving us 15 minutes of incredible sports wagering knowledge. He is Joe Fortenbaugh of ESPN Bet and of ESPN Bet Live. Hello, Joseph.
What was I just listening to there? What was that when you came back from break?
Harv, see? You inspiring everybody, Harv. What's that tune, Harv?
The song was called Master Fraud Muhammad by Busta Rhymes and Rick Ross.
Ah, see?
Okay.
I'm telling you, listen.
I know it's a – go ahead.
Outside of Harvey looking like a roll-on stick of deodorant, man, he is on his game today. He got a turtleneck that's all the way up to his chin, and his head sticking out, look like some roll-on deodorant, man.
As I listen to things like that, I close my eyes and I just picture Carlin. That's all I can do is picture Carlin in the moment when Bart's off on one. I absolutely love it. It's great to be with you, boys. How the hell are you?
Hey, you notice I did not try to answer that question as to what we were listening to.
And guess what?
Right, correct. You knew your lane.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you some Arby's because I hear Arby's got steak nuggets now.
Yes,
First
they do.
time's ever done. So we'll get you some steak nuggets, extra sauce.
Your boy is big on Arby's. I like the curly fries. I've always been big on the roast beef sandwiches. You don't need to twist my arm to get involved in the Arby's game.
But where the hell is an Arby's? See, you up there at Bristol, like I'm sure in between there and one of these pull-offs, you know what I'm saying, they got an Arby's, but I can't find a damn Arby's nowhere.
There's not a lot. Like, I live out in the woods, man. Like, there's a lot of woods in Connecticut. That is not something I was prepared for when I moved here. Like, man, people, like, when we were shopping for a house, you're hearing about well water and septic tanks, and I'm like, this doesn't relate to me. I'm not, what are you talking about?
Radon
Where's
test.
the water line? So there's like a McDonald's, but like if you're looking, we got a Raising Cane's. Everyone's very excited about that. That came in recently. But outside of that, your boy's got to do some searching to find a Arby's, a Taco Bell, things of that nature. They are not close by, Bart Scott.
Yeah, you're out there by Children of the Corn, man. That's where movies start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess
funny we're talking about. It doesn't make any sense. We're talking about food, and Carlin's the quietest one of all.
It is because here's the thing. I can honestly say, I've never been to Arby's, not once.
What?
Never once. Because again, they're impossible to find.
Hold up, all these obscure places you are for college town, you ain't rolled by no Arby's?
No, man.
I know you live by a Cracker Barrel. Every place in the Big Ten got a Cracker Barrel somewhere.
Oh, yeah, you can't walk down the street without tripping over a Cracker Barrel. Arby's, I can't find to save my life.
Can't find an Arby's. This is incredible.
I had no idea this is where this was going, but yeah, I've never been to an Arby's. I've never had one.
Never seen Scarface. So different.
Yeah, I never seen Scarface either.
Carlin's Corner Table.
Yeah.
We got to get a Carlin's Corner Table Arby's. You've been hearing the hype. Now it's time to try it for yourself.
Yeah. How do you eat your roast beef? How do you get your roast beef? If it's something that he need to do, is it like some au jus? You get to dip it or something like that? How's the?
Man, well, I want to get involved with the au jus. I want to be doing the whole thing. That's what I like about Chicago when you get those. Carlin, you were just there you went to Big Al's.
Yeah.
Like, you know all about that. Like, you didn't. Here's what I found interesting. You did not get the jardiniere on the sandwich. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, I didn't. All the peppers and stuff. Yeah. Is that the jardiniere thing?
Yeah.
That's what makes
it's called the jardiniere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't. I'm not a big peppers guy. You know, but I mean, did I really miss out by not doing that? Am I doing it a disservice?
Yes.
Oh, come on. You know what? Give me your notes going in advance.
Who knew the big fella would have a sense of tum-tum?
Listen, here's what I know. If that's what they're known for, why would they charge an extra for it? That's what I want to know. Why isn't that standard on the sandwich if that's what they're known for?
Listen, if I go to McDonald's and I say no cheese, I want 10 cents off. Cheese is expensive.
Joe Fortenbaugh is with us.
Oh, man. Interview of the week right here.
Exactly. What I imagine, I've never had a high opinion of Arby's, which would make tonight the Arby's of football, the Jets. Let's discuss. Now, I just have to start with this. I came across what I found to be an amazing prop. I was perusing FanDuel earlier, and I know that's not what we talk about, but I'm just spotting them because this was where it was. For Justin Fields tonight, if he actually is the starting quarterback, which is such a big mystery, if Justin Fields tonight throws for over 100 yards, Joe, it was minus 235. For him to throw for over 125 yards was minus 130. It was almost cut in half to throw for 25 more yards. That's how bad it is for Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, no Garrett Wilson tonight. Those are basically Joe Fortenbaugh high school quarterback stats right there you're talking about, because that's how your boy got down back in the day. Good defense, good running game. Quarterback threw about 6 passes per game. Still won the district championship. No big deal. So here's where we are trying to assess this tonight. To your point, a lot of books don't even have props on Fields right now because we're not even sure if he's going to play. Is there a reason why this needs to be a big mystery? Are we trying to slow roll the Patriots here, who might be the biggest favorites on a Thursday night in history? Like, what are we doing? I'll throw this at you. I'm going to throw this right back at you guys. I haven't done anything with the Fields props yet. You take Garrett Wilson out of it. I do like Brees Hall in the receiving game, over 2.5 receptions, over 16.5 yards. I would not bet him in the rushing game. I played the prop earlier today, under 56.5 rushing yards. That's down to 52.5. You don't need me to go into details on how good the Patriots have been limiting opposing running backs. I'm sure you guys have touched on that. They've been incredible against the run this season. So I think Hall gets involved in the passing game. I'll throw this one at you because this is something I always look at. I talked to Bart about this once before as well. Thursday night, more than anything else, comes down to coaching. Yes, health obviously is very important, but coaching is super important on the short turnaround. And one thing I always want to look for are rookie head coaches in their Thursday night debuts, which we have right here with Aaron Glenn. Because if you go back over the last 5 years, rookie head coaches in their Thursday night debut, 5-11 against the spread. We saw it last year one time, Mike McDonald in Seattle hosting the 49ers. So think about this. McDonald's clearly a very good coach based on where Seattle is this year. Now, last year they weren't as good of a team, but he was at home on a Thursday night facing a banged-up Niners team, and he lost against the spread as well. That's what happens to these rookie coaches in this spot. So for Aaron Glenn, that's the big challenge. Do you have your team ready to play against a very good opponent when you're on the road just 4 days after your last game?
Is it anything from the Patriots side that gets us excited, like Drake May throwing for 1,000 yards or something like that? I mean, what is it, like 71% throwing deep balls?
Well, the one thing that stands out is some guys are betting the under on his passing yardage prop because they don't think he'll need to throw much tonight in order to have success winning this game. I know that might come as a shock to Jets fans that the opponent might not
dare
need to
you?
do a lot offensively
We're
to
streaking
win.
right now. We're streaking right now. What are you talking about?
No, there's nothing I love more than a team going full fire sale and then winning a game and ruining its draft position. It's the ultimate move right there. When you have a chance to throw away the picks you just got, you got to do it. So here's where we are with Drake May. If you want to make a play, over 34.5 yards for his longest completion. I mean, again, that's the big thing with Drake May. Big, deep, accurate, successful shots down the field. That's what he's known for. Against the Jets defense that got rid of Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, you should be able to hit at least one semi-home run tonight. So I would be looking to play that bet. I would also be looking to play the first half under 22.5 points. I'm also playing full game under. I'm not expecting a lot from the Jets, but the good news is early in the game, they can't technically be out of it in the first quarter, right? I know, famous last words. But that means they can come out and they can still try to run the ball against the Patriots, which is what they want to do. They don't want Justin Fields dropping back 35 times in this game. So they can try to run early, which probably doesn't work, and it drains the clock. Patriots run the ball as well in this game because that's where they'll have a lot of success. Travion Henderson has been really good as of late. I think we get a low-scoring first half, so I'd go under first half, 22.5 points. I think you can go full game under as well, 43.5.
We do not have a slate of amazing college football this weekend. It's Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN Bet Live with us. Iowa, USC, maybe one of the better games. What's got your attention?
Quickly, before we get to the NFL, I'll run through these. I would play Oklahoma plus the 6.5 against Alabama. Bama, third worst in the SEC in opponent yards per rushing attempt. Oklahoma, good D, coming off the bye. They can run the ball. I think they keep it close. I like Texas in the first half against Georgia, plus 3.5. Sarkisian coming off the bye, probably has a few wrinkles for the offense. If you've watched Georgia at all this year, you know they start slow and they finish strong. So you might want to play Texas in the first half, and then if it's close, get a live bet in there on Georgia in the second half of the game. I would play USC. You just mentioned them minus the 6.5. I think that loss for Iowa last week has to be really deflating, and now you got to turn around, travel west, and get ready for the Trojans. Those would be the plays there. I would lay it with USC. I would play Texas in the first half, and I take the points with Oklahoma.
Love it. Anything else with the NFL besides Jets, or even including the Giants and Packers?
Ugh.
Yeah, let's rip through it. Carolina plus 3.5 over Atlanta. I hate the spot for the Falcons. You just played in Berlin. You went overtime. Now you got to come back. Your run defense stinks. Your offense is 25th in offensive EPA. Carolina plus 3.5. You want to bet Carolina as a dog, not as a favorite. They stink as a favorite. You saw it last week against the Saints. I'll take the 5.5 with the Bucs over the Bills. Tampa should be able to run the ball here. Weather is a concern in this game. Weather is a concern in the Cleveland game. So if you're playing fantasy or you're making bets on totals, watch out for the wind and some of the weather concerns in the games this weekend. Minnesota minus 3 over Chicago. Chicago's been fugazi with a lot of these wins. The defense has been falling butt cheeks backwards into turnovers. When that dries up, they can't stop anybody. I think Minnesota runs it down their throat. I play the Vikings. I do like Seattle plus the 3.5 against the Rams. I think the Ram defense, those numbers are propped up against bad competition. But here's the thing there. The money came in on the Rams from 2.5 up to 3.5. So take note, the sharp guys were on the Rams. The dumb guy you're listening to, he's on the Seahawks. Under 44.5 Chiefs Broncos. That's got rock fight written all over it. I'm also looking under 46.5 Lions Eagles. Eagles defense looking good. Eagles offense, I mean, do they even have an offense? I don't even know what the hell they're doing. I've never seen a team win so many games with so many problems on offense. Like, you got to be kidding me with this, but I think we get it under in that game.
Anytime you want to be a part of the creative process on Carlin's Corner Table, it's welcome. The two of you, all you do is criticize the outcome, and I never hear you beforehand. So
we're going to bring some horseradish.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm in the comment section constantly talking about how much I like that show. And if I give an artist creative feedback, it's coming from another artist. As John Lennon said, I'm an artist. You give me a tuba, get you something out of it.
Well done. Well done. And free of charge.
All right, that's enough of this. I want to go to Arby's with you for the first time. When you decide to go to Arby's, call your boy. I'll come down. We'll make a big thing out of it.
Giddy up. Love it. Mr. Fortenbaugh, thank you.
We just got to find one of those damn things. Exactly. All right, have a good one, everyone. Love you, fellas.
Joe, good news, I found an Arby's. Bad news, we're going to Western Pennsylvania. Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN Bet Live.
Amish country, too. They're probably doing it with a brick oven.
I love the guy to death. He is the best. In moments, High noon is coming. We also have more to discuss in regards to Bill Belichick and why this is not being taken more seriously by the Giant fans. You're a disgrace. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Brees Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
That's right. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. These wires always get caught up in my chair.
Snoop Dogg. That's because you be spinning around, man. You be spinning around like the like a top.
Mess.
It's all good to come back to you. I feel it. Because guess what? It's the third hour of the show. And we know what time that is, Bart. It's the power. It's the power hour. Was that 7 for Justin Fields?
Sure.
No, keep going in. I don't want Justin Fields. Hour. What's Tyrod number? I don't know.
I thought it was 2. I don't know. I don't even know what Tyrod's number is.
Oh, damn. Oh, I could have saved myself a lot of breath.
51? I don't know. I don't know.
What's Cooks? We'll add them together. Hour.
As long as I don't see 7 tonight. You know I'm going to, though.
Listen, I don't mind.
And they're going to waste a half, and that's going to be so annoying.
I wouldn't waste a quarter. If it ain't looking right, I'm out.
It has to be, right?
Look at the tell of the tape, man. You can't win. Maybe I can't win. maybe all I can do is run the ball 37,000 times, but he will not throw the ball one time. And to do that, he's got to be willing to die himself.
Well, it is Thursday, and we find ourselves at high noon.
My name is Sam Chisholm.
My name is Sam Chisholm. I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the Circuit Court in Wichita, Kansas.
Denzel was out there with the widest ass I've ever seen on a cowboy, man. That movie, man. I know, like Denzel's built like my dad. My dad got an ass like SpongeBob. They say your athleticism comes from your mom. Thank God my mom had a badonkadonk, man. That's where all my athleticism came from. The hips and the explosiveness from the glutes.
See, neither of my parents had an ass at all. No ass at all.
Yeah, you had no explosion.
So I got nothing but flat back here.
You like one of them 18-wheelers. You got to take a while to get that thing going.
And I'm kind of the outlier as far as, like, they were in decent shape. You know, me, at the bottom at the end. I didn't just get the hand-me-downs in terms of clothes. All the food, too.
But you got the calves.
I do have the calves. But I would argue that all fat guys have good calves.
That is not true.
Because we have to carry that weight.
That is not true. Check out Rex's calves.
He has bad calves?
Skinny arms and skinny calves. All torso. Who knew?
That's weird.
All torso.
That is weird. All right. Well, it is high noon where Bart and I go at it over pretty much anything that we don't agree on. And we will start with round one.
Round one, fight. Should the Giants give Bill Belichick more consideration?
Zero consideration. Why would I want an aging old man that's going to come in here, and this is not a fix in 1 year type of thing? He'll be closer to 80 before you know it, and Bill Belichick is closer to eating pudding than he is to being able to coach a young quarterback for the next 10 years. I want somebody that's going to be around my quarterback for a long time. So I want that Bill Walsh, Joe Montana relationship. I want that Troy Aikman. Well, that wasn't long. Never mind. I want the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. I want the Tony Dungy, Peyton Manning. I want somebody that can come and they can grow and they can evolve together and it can be a system in which they've been involved with for a long time.
Here's what I'd like to do. Win. And I'd like to win soon. I don't want to wait around 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I'm not worried about that. The Giant fans have been waiting long enough for that since their last Super Bowl. Bart, Belichick's catching a lot of heat here because people think, well, Brady did it without him, but he didn't do it without Brady. I can go down the laundry list of some of the coaches that you named that didn't do it without their guy. Walsh didn't do it without Montana. Chuck Noll didn't do it without Bradshaw. Lombardi didn't do it without Starr. Jimmy Johnson didn't do it without Troy Aikman. There's plenty of them, top to bottom. And then when we come down to it, I look at the Giants' defense this year. If Belichick was in charge of the Giants' defense, would they have surrendered 3 double-digit leads in the fourth quarter? The answer is no.
I don't know how that defense in North Carolina looking.
They're fine when you consider that they're spending $20 million and other schools are spending $50, $60, $100 million. I am no Belichick apologist. All I want to do is win. And from a Giant perspective, Bill Belichick gives me the best chance to win in the short term. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Round two,
I think I got that one, Harvey. What do you think? It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Jets should consider trading for Kyler Murray.
Listen, bridge quarterback, 2 years. Allows you to be patient to 2027, gives Kyler Murray an opportunity to revitalize his career. I'm going to say you get to throw to Garrett Wilson. You got Breece Hall behind you with that RPO game right there. And then I still have Tyrod Taylor to back him up. And then I go out and I go get the Lemon Kid, or I go get one of the best receivers out there and see if he can handle having a great offensive line in front of him with 2 great receivers, an emerging young tight end. And if he can't do it then, I mean, he's the perfect Jared Goff throw. Even though he's a short guy, he throws the ball extremely accurate and well from the pocket. He doesn't get a lot of balls batted down, and he's a guy and a master in extending plays. The only knock on Kyler Murray is the fact that he hasn't been able to be healthy, but no risky, no bisky. If I can figure out a way how to alter his contract to basically a 2-year deal, then that's what I would do, knowing that I can get out of it, knowing that in 2027 it's okay to let your new quarterback sit, right? We saw Jordan Love sit. Right? Let's make sure we get it right and make sure that when we do decide to move on with our new quarterback, he's coming into the safest environment since Caleb Williams.
You said the words revitalize his career. Why does this always have to be the place for somebody to revitalize their career? Whether it's Aaron Rodgers, whether it's Justin Fields, and now it's Kyler Murray. I'm tired of bridge quarterbacks. I'm tired of, guys that can rediscover themselves here. 'Cause it doesn't happen here. I would not go down that road. I really wouldn't. And I think Kyler Murray can play. My biggest knock on Kyler Murray is quite simply that he can't stay on the field. And if you can't stay out there, why am I trading for you? Like, these last couple of guys haven't been able to stay out there. Why would I go through that once again?
Because you want to have a bridge quarterback, because you know that the draft that you really want to go for your quarterback is in 2027. So I don't want to force like myself to draft Kenny Pickett. I don't want to force myself to draft Jake Locker or Blake Bortles. All the historic drafts that we had that had lukewarm quarterbacks in it, and we thought, no, they're the best of a mediocre group.
If I take a step onto a bridge and it collapses, I die.
Nah, listen, I'm with you 100%, but you want to get a bridge quarterback unless you're going to spend the money on Mac Jones. But Mac Jones may not get out of San Francisco, because I think if he plays and leads his team in the playoffs, you got to start asking yourself in a couple of years, why the hell am I paying Brock Purdy all this damn money?
Round 3, fight! Should fast food restaurants consider new combinations?
Here's why I asked this question. I saw something the other day that excited me. Okay? Because I can't believe it hasn't been done until this point. You and I might have to take a road trip.
I'm with it.
As of December 1st, test markets, San Antonio, Baltimore, Chick-fil-A, chicken sandwich, waffles as the bun.
Ah.
How have we not done this sooner? Now, what I will
Sweet
say.
and savory. Can that chicken sandwich be spicy?
Yes.
Ooh,
It's the regular and the spicy.
So I can put honey on it.
So they're going to try it in those two markets. I got to tell you, just hearing about it, I feel like I'm in already.
Has they started already? Because I can bring one back.
Again, December 1st,
damn.
and I know you got your event next week.
Damn.
Here's the thing. I so badly want to get involved in that. But I raised this question about combinations because sometimes they just do things and you're like, what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
Why are we forcing an issue when it doesn't necessarily work? I'll give you an example. I don't need fast food places selling the mozzarella sticks. That doesn't work. They're always cold. They're always freezing, and again, a marinara sauce coming out of that kind of packet is never good.
The only place that does this medley of different things that are crazy
works?
Sonic.
Sonic, they take chances.
You get a hot dog. You can get a patty melt. You can get a hamburger. You can get nuggets. You can get a pretzel. You can get what else they got? The only thing they don't sell there is chili. But everything is good. That pretzel's amazing.
So the question to you is, should these fast food places be taking as many swings as they do?
I mean, the problem is the fight for the competition is so hard. Burger King to Wendy's to Checkers to Smash Burger. Now what's happening is you're getting these luxury places coming in like Smash Burger that's kind of like upper scale. They're like the bougie hamburger. You know what I'm saying? And you got Smash Burger, and what's the other one that they have? Five Guys, and it's another one that's kind of on the bougie.
Burger Fi?
No, what's the one that they brought us the stuff here?
Smash Burger brought us the stuff here.
But what's the one you love when we go to the restaurant? You always give the
Shake Shack?
Shake Shack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got these, like, it used to be Fuddruckers used to be in that world, too. But now you have these, like, celebrity type of bougie, I'm a hamburger, but I'm a dressed-up hamburger. You know what I'm saying? We never frozen type stuff. You know what I mean? We don't use the green, the pink filler.
Here's the problem, is that the prices have come up on the regular drive-through fast food.
It's so crazy.
That it's coming way too close to those other ones. Even those other ones, if I get dinner for my wife and I from Five Guys, and I'm telling you, the order is not nuts. It's a couple of burgers, fries. You look up, it's $45.
Yes, it's ridiculous. I swear to God, I went to McDonald's the other day, and I asked for some stuff, and I usually don't go to McDonald's, but I was just in a rush. I wanted something quick. I said, man, if this was the case, I could have went to Outback, man. I could have went to Outback, got a real steak. You just charged me $35, $40. Man, is buffet still cheap?
I haven't been to one in forever.
Man.
Like Country Buffet or something like that. I haven't been to a buffet restaurant in a long
Country
time.
Buffet, boy. Give me them taters. Give me them taters, that gravy, baby.
I don't blame these places for taking the swings.
Yeah.
I feel like, you stick too much to the idea of you ain't growing, you're dying.
Yeah.
But I wonder sometimes if you just focus on doing what you do really, really well, like Chick-fil-A does that.
Five Guys, too. Like,
yeah. You don't screw around. You stay locked in.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the best course of action.
Could be a way to weather the storm, but it's so much competition out here right now, man.
Are you on board, Harvey, for the chicken and waffles sandwich with the waffles as the bun at Chick-fil-A?
I feel like I've seen this before somewhere else.
Well, I mean, plenty of places have chicken and waffles. I don't know about the sandwich part of it.
As a bun, that's totally different.
I don't really remember seeing it anywhere.
I'm always for it. There's bacon in this sandwich, so count me in.
There is bacon in the sandwich, yeah.
See, I would like to eat it. I don't know if I want to eat it with my hands or if I want to put some syrup on it and cut it like it's chicken and waffles.
They do give you syrup, too.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Ray, what do you think?
Oh, it's definitely a winner.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're not putting cheese or nothing on this. You're eating this plain, right?
No matter your political views, I think we can all agree on this.
Yeah, we good with this one.
December 1st.
Damn.
Baltimore and San Antonio are their test markets.
I don't know why they didn't go Detroit. Detroit, one of the fattest cities in the world, bro. They would eat anything. Man, you give us some.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
You give us some trans fat.
Maybe if it's one of the fattest cities in the world, they don't feel like they're getting the proper kind of response on the food. Like, don't go to Detroit; they'll eat anything.
Yeah.
If that's what your thought process is there.
Yeah.
Let's go to some discerning places. Is Baltimore a discerning place? How come New Jersey is never the trial place?
Yeah. Listen, somebody gonna go there and shake some Old Bay. If you go to Baltimore, they're gonna shake some Old Bay on that thing.
There is part of me that I want to make that 3-hour drive down to Baltimore and.
Hey, you could be in there. You could be in the area.
Carlin's corner table.
I got somebody bring it up. Oh, you can take.
That could be good though.
You can take the train.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
We just took one day during Christmas time. What are you doing? Well, very special, very Christmassy. I'm gonna hop on a train. I'm gonna go down to Baltimore. I'm gonna walk over to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken and waffle sandwich, and then I'm gonna get back on a train and come back north.
Say what? Say what?
Like the thing I always respected about Chick-fil-A too. Did you know that, and you probably know this, that like when I used to do Rutgers basketball, you'd get on the bus late at night, you would have ordered something, and they send out the team managers to pick up the meal, whatever it is.
Exactly.
So sometimes it would be Chick-fil-A,
mm-hmm.
and they would come back. Chick-fil-A would never send fries because they didn't want their fries to be cold.
Yeah.
They didn't want that.
So they wouldn't even send it. They don't even want nobody to taste it.
They would not allow you to buy it in that kind of an instance.
I'm not a fan of Chick-fil-A fries. They're waffle fries, right?
Yes.
I'm not a waffle fry guy.
Usually I'm not either, but
they can be
solid.
cold. Some is give me some straight shoestring, or like give me the Shake Shack fry. I need some skinny fries. Or if
I like the hand cut fries. I think the fries from
Wendy's,
Five Guys. But for Wendy's too.
So
they're very good.
If I'm gonna go crazy and do something like off the radar, like Rallies or Checkers with that seasoning, like with the pepper, the big Buford type fries, I can deal with those, man. But I'm not a big fan of waffle fries. I can cook them and like them. I can't buy them. Like they're not good at restaurants.
I don't turn them aside. I don't seek them out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Robin and Yonkers been waiting for a bit. Robin, what's up? You're next on
guys,
ESPN
how are
New York.
you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. First time calling you folks.
Thank you.
Rob, are you the Robin that Rick yelled at the other day?
No.
Oh, okay. Rick yelled at a Robin the other day. It was disrespectful. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'm calling to say just a couple of things. One, there was an Arby's in Yonkers, but I don't. I've only been there like twice or something.
Okay, that's good to know. I used to live in Yonkers a ways back.
Oh.
Yeah, right off Executive Boulevard. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not far.
Not far.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
And let's see. And Belichick, I heard him on the radio. It was an ESPN clip.
Okay.
That said that he is not, like he said that he's not going to think about coming here.
No, don't believe that. Like they all say that. Remember Nick Saban? I am not going to be the head coach of LSU.
Yeah.
Say hello to my family. He was right there.
I am not going to the NFL. A week later, he's going to the NFL. I am not going to Alabama and leaving the Dolphins. A week later, he's gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can never trust what they do, not what they say.
I would not trust anything that coaches say when it comes to that stuff. It's amazing. Their agents get all the information out there to all the information guys, and then the coaches come out and say, people who talk about this don't know what they're talking about. They know nothing, and then a week later they're gone.
They almost like grill you for the audacity for you to ask or report something, and then they come out and it's like nobody ever apologizes.
Well, the thing about Belichick, to go back to that for a moment, is simply this. I do think we forget what he has accomplished in his career, and I think it's really kind of downplayed because of the Brady factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at all of the other great coaches, and the guys that had, mini dynasties or dynasties all had the same thing. Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl until Patrick Mahomes got paired up with him. I can go chapter and verse on a lot of other guys, too. Shanahan and Elway, Coughlin and Eli, Landry and Staubach, Walsh and Montana.
But they were good, though. Like, Andy Reid was really good with Donovan McNabb. He was good with Michael Vick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he didn't win the championship.
I'm not going to deny for a minute about what Bill did later in his career as far as drafting. I think there was a lot of ego involved there. Because Bill was exceptionally good at bringing in guys and focusing on what they did well as opposed to going and getting elite talent. But, like, for instance, if we are going to knock him on the drafting thing, we do have to keep it a buck. He did draft Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, but he also, in the same draft, drafted Kyle Duggar. He also drafted N'Keal Harry.
I can give you a lot of guys he drafted that was poor. Absolutely. I will not, for a minute, try to defend his drafting record. All I'm saying is I know the guy can coach, and I give him a say in what's going on. But if I gave Bill Belichick a 3-year contract to come and be the coach of the Giants and try to win in short order with a rookie contract for the quarterback, if I can teach him, and I think Belichick will be able to teach him how to stop taking hits.
But here's the thing. Like, as good as Tom Brady was, let's say within that 3-year window that with Tom Brady, did Tom win in his first 3 years? And it took a stroke of luck.
Tom did win in his first 3 years.
The tuck game is what saved it.
Yes, but listen, they did not win that first Super Bowl because of Tom. They won that Super Bowl
because of the defense.
Because of the defense. You could say that they did not win the Super Bowl against the Rams because of Tom. They won it because they only give up 3 points to that team. They won it because of the defense.
That's very fair. That's a very fair point. I just think you'll run out of time.
I'm annoyed by the fact if you don't hire him, I'm fine. Like if you go get Mike Tomlin, I'm good. But if you don't hire him because you don't think he can coach anymore because of what's happened at North Carolina, where NIL is completely taken over, and that's a scenario that he hasn't been in his entire career, or you think that he's got nothing left on the fastball, or, all right, you don't want to hire him because of the girlfriend thing. You can't have a talk about that. Like, there can't be a discussion of, Bill, she's not part of the equation here. We're not hiring her. We're hiring you. Whatever you do in your private time is up to you.
She's my secretary.
Yeah, like none of that happens. Then I'm not hiring you. But if Bill just wants to coach, and I really think, Bart, are you going to tell me that there's not a massive motivation on his part? A, because he's heard about the Brady crap, and B, because he is closing in on Shula.
Yeah, he's trying to catch Shula. I think that's the biggest thing, but I don't know if he'll have the time to catch up to Shula. What I'm saying is I think that Bill is going to run out of time because he's an older guy, and I don't have time to be able to wait. It takes like 4 to 5 years when you think things are going to turn over. And I think that all he has is 4 to 5 years.
But are they that far away?
I think they are.
With the talent they have on defense?
Well, the problem is,
because we all agree the defense should be better than it is.
I mean, the problem is until Matthew Stafford decides to step away, I think Jalen Hurts, you got Seattle that's up and coming. It's so many programs that's ahead of you that even if you get to the playoffs, I think it'd be tough sledding. Detroit's ahead of you. Green Bay's ahead of you. It's so many. The quality of opponents are better in the NFC right now than the NFC, and they all got young quarterbacks. I just don't see – I can see the team turning around and being good, but then right when you need them to take the next step, Bill will be probably wanting to step away from football and focus on his life and his he's already in his golden years.
There are guys that I would look at who are assistants that I would consider hiring, but like, how many more of those guys are we going to go through here? You know, where they're in their first coaching job and know it's going to come with mistakes. And
I mean, listen.
We've seen nothing, head coaching job, I should say.
If you can get the guy, listen, I think the guy from Cleveland would be perfect.
Stefanski.
I think if Stefanski really wants to just walk away, I think you can get Stefanski from there, and he'll be a great guy to develop a culture but also an offense. Look what he's done with all these backups. He hasn't had Deshaun Watson at his disposal since he's been there. I would think Stefanski would be somebody. We talk about Tomlin. Like, it may take too much for Tomlin. Tomlin may want too much power. Stefanski just wants to come here and be at a good place in one of the premier organizations in all of football.
Couple of things from the chat over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. They are just hammering DiPietro. Hammering him.
What do you
I
do?
guess somebody called in this morning and called him the big Botox because they think he's starting to get the Botox.
Why?
Well, because
he's in great shape.
But Rick has a vanity to him. There's no question, and there's been some discussion about Rick perhaps doing an endorsement for hair replacement systems.
Okay.
So maybe Rick's going to start hitting the Botox. He swears he has not done that as of yet.
I think Rick would be honest. Like he doesn't seem.
I think Rick would be honest.
He don't seem like a bashful person. Like he wouldn't say, "Yeah, I'm doing this."
I think Rick would be honest about it to a point. I think he would consider Botox a step too far.
I mean, I've heard people get Botox in their armpits to stop from like armpits
sweating.
Yeah.
You
think he's getting in his forehead to tighten his forehead up?
Oh, I think if he gets it, I'm not saying he gets it now because, I can't tell by looking at his face.
He's a handsome man. He's fit.
Oh, he's very handsome.
He's into life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he's very handsome. He's very fit. Listen, there's nobody here who knows Rick better probably than Ray Dinahan. Ray, do you see a scenario where Rick would get Botox yet would be hesitant to admit that?
No, I don't think he'd be hesitant to admit it at all.
You don't think so? Okay.
Yeah, because he's going to say, look at me. I'm better than you anyway. So I did this. So what? I didn't need to do that to be better than you. I'm good. I just did it because I wanted to.
As long as it's not illegal.
Right.
If it's something that can enhance you.
So he wouldn't go to Turkey to do it?
No.
But even going to Turkey, like Primetime wasn't ashamed of it. Urlacher didn't say nothing.
Well, Urlacher's out there making money off it. He's all over billboards in Chicago with it.
Wes Welker.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, but you and I both know people.
Yeah,
we both know. All right, for instance, the hair coloring thing. There have been plenty of people that you and I have both known over the years that did not want to admit that. And there are people now that do not want to admit it in our industry that have a problem with that.
That is true. But Tricky Ricky didn't seem like that.
Like Han, I respect. Han is letting it go, and it's going a little bit gray on the sides and all that. And Han looks incredible and looks distinguished.
Yeah, super distinguished. He looks like the guy off that plays off the Fantastic Four, the stretchy man.
Yeah. If we start talking about it like tomorrow, I've brought up the subject with Canty before. He's not eager to talk about it, but he doesn't deny that occasionally the barber throws a little something in there.
A little enhancement, a little spice. Ain't no wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, do whatever makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Just don't end up like Jaylen Brown, where you playing basketball, you messing up people's uniforms, and they got to send you a dry cleaner. Did you see that? Like he caught OG.
Yeah.
He caught OG with with a big old dark hole on
kind of swiped him.
Yeah.
I knew somebody who was. I think I told you this. I knew somebody who was so bad on it that didn't want to admit it so badly about the hair stuff.
Yeah.
That a friend of mine saw him at the gym, and he got to the gym and he got up on the scale completely naked, except he was wearing a hat. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Thursday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. How concerning is Jalen Brunson's injury?
I think he turned his right ankle. Yeah, he turned his right ankle, but that's all I know.
And the Knicks lost to the Magic last night.
First of all, you got to give them credit. Jamal Mosley and the rest of Orlando Magic, they kicked our ass. It's as simple as that. They came out with a physical presence that we didn't handle well.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
This is a test of the emergency alert system.
Fight fans, it's time for UFC 322. The action starts Saturday at the Rutherford with Team ESPN and Bud Light. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right bar to watch the fight, the Rutherford is your destination. The party kicks off at 6 p.m. and Team ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN and Bud Light prizes. Join fellow UFC fans Saturday at West 33rd Street. Cheer on your favorite fighters, enjoy Bud Light draft and bucket specials all night, and cool giveaways at the Rutherford.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
all my friends, and you know this. Game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tonight, 10 p.m., light night, Islanders in Vegas to play the Golden Knights. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. I've got a fresh bottle at home that I have not cracked yet, and maybe I'll do that this evening. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. And, of course, the Jets do play tonight. We have got the Jets and the New England Patriots this evening in New England.
Taking the dub, baby.
So, let's discuss. Look, I want to see Tyrod Taylor play. Am I going to see Tyrod Taylor play tonight?
If he don't start and we see him play, then you know something went horribly wrong.
He's not on the injury report at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not even mentioned on the injury report at all. We have Justin Fields, who has the other dimension, and I'm wondering, with no Garrett Wilson, does that provide the excuse to play Justin Fields?
No,
in other words, because he can run.
Tyrod Taylor is not an immobile guy. So
No, he's not.
So it's not like, okay, if he's not there, oh, God, what are we going to do?
Like, normally in this instance, we'd be sitting here talking about matchups and all that stuff. There's not matchups to talk about.
Other than Brees versus the run defense, does A.D. Mitchell make his debut today?
I'll be interested to see that.
I would love to see how he matches up being a 6'2" guy that can run a 4.3 against Gonzalez, because I feel like sometimes Gonzalez bully balls Garrett, throw him out the club because he's so light.
Mm-hmm.
This may be a better matchup.
I'd be curious to see what Mechie looks like tonight. Like, I feel like in a lot of ways this has almost become preseason football.
Yeah.
Like, how does this guy look? How does that guy look?
Yeah, because I feel like maybe they didn't play them purposely because they thought they can beat Cleveland. And now, because
They held guys back because they thought they could beat Cleveland. I mean, come on.
But you know what I'm saying? Because they knew it was going to be on a short week.
Yeah.
Right? So, short week, you don't want to give these guys too much. You don't want them to play 2 games yet. You want to give them a whole, like, you basically gave them 10 days to kind of figure out the offense. Yeah, get situated, figure out the offense, and get them used to the verbiage where they can go out there and you can feel like you can go out and run 5 or 6 concepts and put them at either the X or the Z and figure it out that way.
I'm just more interested in if the Patriots are for real. Now, when we look around the league, Bart, there have been the teams that have taken major steps forward, but they still show themselves at times to be fugazi, right?
Yeah.
They still lose games that they should not lose. Now, I didn't ever think Carolina was really good, but they won some of those games that would make you think they were better than they were, and then they go and lose to the Saints at home.
Yeah.
They're the Packers. Packers are a perfect example. Put themselves in a great spot. They've lost the last 2 in a row at home.
Yeah, we thought they were going to be, when they beat the Lions, we was like, oh, this is the most unstoppable team. Jordan Love for MVP. Now people are saying, is Jordan Love even good?
This is what's going to really bother me. And if I'm a Jet fan, oh, God, it's going to suck. The Patriots are 8-2, man. And I'm looking for some solace in the fact that their strength of schedule is the worst in the league.
Yeah.
The winning percentage of their strength of schedule is .361. On one hand, that tells you, well, they're not beating good teams. On the other hand, they are beating them. They are taking care of them. They are doing what they're supposed to do against them.
I mean, they beat the Bills, and we're giving them.
We don't know
credit
how
for
good
that.
the Bills are
the
right
Bills
now.
just lost to Miami.
Yeah, the Bills are a perfect example of that.
Should have lost to the Ravens if you don't get those crazy fumbles and a tip thing. So that's 2 right there.
They should listen. They lost to Pittsburgh. They never should have lost to Pittsburgh. They had 6 turnovers in that game.
Yeah.
So I guess my point about the Patriots is simply, I'm not 100% convinced that they are for real yet in terms of being a contender this year. And I think part of that is me holding on to hope that I don't want to admit that it's happened that quickly.
Yeah.
That's going to, pardon the phrase, that's going to blow.
Right. For them to not have a quarterback, even like Drake May, Mac Jones, seems like they weren't wrong there. I mean, they went to a playoff game with him. And
what happened there?
They lost.
Let's look at the Mac Jones thing for a second.
Yeah.
They go to a playoff game with him as a rookie.
Yeah.
As a rookie. They lost to the Bills, who were a much better team then.
Yep.
The next year, McDaniels was gone. McDaniels was the head coach of the Raiders.
Yep.
Remember? So they lost him, and then all of a sudden, Bill lost faith in Jones altogether because for whatever reason, it wasn't jiving with his offense. And wasn't that the year that Matt Patricia was the offensive coordinator, for Pete's sake?
Yeah.
I mean,
and that was a Bill thing. That was part of what got Bill ass fired.
Yeah, that was
because he was hard-headed.
That was stupid and arrogant too, very stupid and arrogant. So with all of that together, it is going to be awfully hard to accept the notion that the Patriots have already found their quarterback for the next 15 years, and we could be staring down the barrel of that again.
Yeah, we still searching for one. That's what would really hurt. That if they found theirs and we're searching for ours, and they had two, maybe three, because Matt Jones he can play, Sam Darnold looks like he can play, and then we have to go in the draft with the unknown. And the fact that he's turned good in 2 seasons.
Couple of the notes coming in from the chat, and I'm tired of hearing this name. John Robinson, what about Brady Cook? Guys, stop with Brady Cook.
Yeah, man.
If Brady Cook had an ounce of ability to play and to start in the league, he would have already been looked at.
People are calling for Brady Cook like around here they used to call for Hackenberg.
Yeah.
And then Hackenberg got out there and it was like, yeah, he's a hack.
Juan Garcia. Patriots could lose today. It would mean absolutely nothing by season's end. This isn't a game that the Patriots need to win to be for real. No, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm saying
we
the
won't
Patriots
take them seriously.
The Patriots have won the games that they've been supposed to win so far, as opposed to some of those other teams in the league that have put the bad teams in front of them and they haven't won those games. Yeah. So it's not about the Patriots being for real tonight. It's more about,
is this a trap game? Are they feeling themselves? Or are they a mature team that take care of business, beat the team they're supposed to beat, or are they a team that's going to have a setback because they're starting to feel themselves?
Primo, I don't think the Patriots are going to lose tonight. Drake May's been on a heater. He's good. I mean, there's no getting around that. He's good.
Yeah, but these are the games that you don't know. Like, nobody would have saw, the Panthers blowing out the Falcons early for about 30-0, right? Nobody would have saw the Panthers going into Green Bay and beating the Packers and holding them to 10 points a game, right? So it's these crazy one-offs, man. This league sometimes can be a week-to-week type of scenario.
Keep the comments coming in on the chat. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN New York app. I should say on ESPN New York. We continue. We will finish with you on the phone lines in moments at 800-919-3776. And also what you absolutely cannot see tonight. We will explain next on ESPN Radio. ESPN New York.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off, and if your player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Rick for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost tokens on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last touchdown pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you can trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
The city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. The one thing I'm not going to be able to take, I cannot see a game tonight where the Jets throw the ball 10 times again. I cannot see that. We have talked about this ad nauseum. We talked about it earlier in the year with the Giants when Russ was playing, and it has absolutely been the case with teams like the Jets this past week. You can be bad. You cannot be bad and boring. And tonight, if the Jets are in a position with no Garrett Wilson where they throw the ball 10 times, I'm going to poke my eyes out. And it's not a promise. It's not a bet. I'm not actually going to do it, but you get the point.
Yeah, this is a national featured game. This is like Monday Night Football. This is a game where you have the attention
Al's
of
going
all
to be
your
so
peers.
ticked off. Al Michaels will be so ticked off if the Jets are doing that.
Yeah, man.
He'll be in such a bad mood.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why did we not get them against the Bengals? At least that was an exciting game. And you got to act like you're attempting to win this game, too. And you can't act like you're attempting to win this game by making Justin Fields conservative. If he's going to be the coordinator, if he's going to be the quarterback tonight, you need to force him to take some shots down the field. You need to say, hey, this either we're gonna throw 8 touchdowns, or we're gonna throw 3 touchdowns, we're gonna throw 8 picks. But we got to be aggressive. We can't come in here conservative and think, okay, we're gonna beat the Patriots at a game that they're better equipped to play, because they can be 2-dimensional. They believe in their running back. They believe in their quarterback ability to throw the ball down the field. They feel like they have all the matchups, right? So you have nothing to lose. You have to be aggressive down the field. If not, then you're just wasting our time.
Let's hit it. Kevin and Black Kev on the island. Speaking of getting fired. Hi, Kev. How are you? Thank you. Please don't get me fired. His name is Kevin. He asked me to call him Black Kevin, and I don't know what to do with it. So there we go.
What's good, Black Chris? How you doing? White Bart, what's up?
What it do, sir?
What's good? Listen, hey, Bart, I know that you don't really feel too high on Bill Belichick as a prospect for us to come to the team, but for some reason I've been waffling with it. I've been thinking hard. I've been like, you know what? Might not be that bad of an idea. All I really need for Bill to be is an overseer. I mean, it's not like he's gotten stupid. It's like he's forgotten football. He's just gotten a little bit older. That's about it. So if you have an offensive coordinator or quarterback coach, somebody that is underneath him and that he is overseeing, I don't see what the problem is. I'm not worried about his age. I don't need him to do a great deal of legitimate coaching other than telling them exactly what to do, and then they will give out the message to what's needed to quarterback. And wouldn't he be the perfect person to look at a Jackson Dart and say, "Listen, kid, get your head out your ass or whatever. When they're coming at you, go down." But you don't think Jackson Dart's going to listen to that?
I mean, but listen, I don't know if you've been around any YNs lately, but they don't really take a lot of stuff from, like, listening to old people, man. Like, you ever had, like, you got any young nieces and nephews, you try and tell them about the game, tell them about how to mature. Do they seem like they listen to you at all? I feel like they listen to us less. They want to talk to somebody that's more their peer. They rather hear from Sean McVay, somebody that's a innovator, or somebody like that. I mean, and who's Bill going to bring in? Is he going to bring Bill O'Brien?
Yeah, but see, okay. Hey, let me ask you a question, though. Now, again, I've had my issues there with Mike Kafka. This is going to be the perfect time for him, as it goes to show whether or not he could either be a legitimate head coach, but at the very least, maybe he might just be one of those that's better suited to be a coordinator. So now, within these 7 games, if he shows to be something competent, do you think that there's an outside shot that he might be willing, if they brought in Bill Belichick, to even coach under Bill for at least 2-3 years and then at that point take over? What do you guys think?
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, Bill's going to give him his world like he was supposed to give it to Josh McDaniels. So Josh McDaniels like, nah, you ain't never gave me your word. I'm out of here. Once he said that Mayo was going to be the future head coach after he promised.
And that wasn't up to Bill either. That wasn't up to Belichick.
But remember, Josh McDaniels, he said he's going to give him his world.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't take the job in Indianapolis, and then Bill didn't give him his world. I just don't know. Like, I don't know if I can trust Bill. Listen, it's one thing. I always caution when somebody is successful somewhere else, you thinking that
Bart,
you can just plug and play them here.
You don't trust that Bill and all this wisdom, all the knowledge that this man has, that he could not pass that on. Now, I don't care about Josh McDaniels, but he's at the Giants right now. This is his dream job.
Who did Chuck Noll pass along? Who did Chuck Noll pass it along to? Who did Tom Landry pass it on to? Like, it's like, just because these guys are old, they're old because they keep all the secrets to themselves. A lot of them don't really. Bill, everybody that left Bill wasn't a great coach and came back. So who's to say that he brings in somebody else?
Vrabel was really the best coach that was ever under Bill, and he wasn't really on the Bill coaching tree.
Right. He's not his tree. He's a player. He's a player. I mean, he learned. He played for Bill Cowher. He played for Bill Belichick. He didn't learn how to coach from them.
Now, listen. If I'm going to look at Belichick, I'm obviously having strong questions about his staff, about guys who are going to be able to connect with younger players, but I cannot deny that level of success. And I'm not making a 10-year commitment to the guy. If I want to win
you're making a 5. He's not going to sign nothing. He's not going to sign no damn 3-year.
You want to bet?
Why would you even offer a coach a 3-year deal?
Because he's Belichick at 74.
3 years. You know how fast 3 years go?
I understand. Do you think Belichick is not going to take a 3-year contract from the Giants?
I mean, he might take whatever you can give him, but you're not serving yourself well. So if he does good the first year, you're going to give him extension like you gave Dayball and Shane, and then you stuck with that contract again?
I don't have to do anything when it comes to Belichick. Like, I can set the terms on what this is going to be, because otherwise he ain't getting a sniff anywhere right now. But to me, and that's kind of silly.
And how's he going to walk out on his team after he just promised them they did all this stuff to get him money? He going to leave them in 1 year?
First of all, when it comes to NIL now, players will completely understand that, because you're going to say we're going to walk out. Well, you just got money as a player to come here, and if you don't get more, you're going to go somewhere else. Guys are going to 3 and 4 colleges now.
I get it, but now they've already spent NIL money on the place I would want to go. Then where does that leave me?
They'll find it the next year if they want you. Trust me on that.
What I'm saying is, Bill, you came in my son's living room, told him that about being honorable, commitment, loyalty, and you come and stay for a year, and my kid's stuck here with somebody else having to figure out where he going to go?
I would say anybody that was paying attention understood that Belichick had a free out after 1 year, and that was made very public, that there's no buyout if he's leaving for the NFL.
Yeah, with his son as the predecessor.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. Speaking of the Giants, I do want to hear a little bit here. This should be interesting. Shane Bowen speaking. Two things. Number one, on Kafka being named the interim head coach.
Moving forward here, obviously got a great relationship with Coach Kafka through these past 2 seasons. Excited about the opportunity for him. And again, my focus is doing my best to get our guys in a position to make plays where we can finish these games and perform better defensively when it matters most.
Where's the BS translator in there?
Oh, he said defensively, perform defensively, so that has nothing to do with Kafka.
He's talking about himself there.
Yeah.
And then there's this on Dable getting fired and needing to be better.
Very appreciative of my time with him these past 2 years. Has done a lot for me, learned a lot from him. Really can't say enough good things about him as a leader and what he's meant to me over these past 2 years, and wish him nothing but the best. There's responsibility that falls on me. We haven't been good enough defensively, particularly closing out games. Something we're working at, evaluating everything, scheme, personnel, different situations, what we can do to continue to improve and find ways to be at our best when it matters most. Find ways to put these players in positions to make plays at critical parts of the game when it matters most. So it's something we're continuing to dive into, continuing to work at. We got to find ways to win these games, not give it up in the fourth quarter.
Well, you've been the problem. Would they have been better off just firing Bowen as opposed to firing Dable?
I think so.
Maybe so. Because when you look at really what happened, it's 3 blown fourth-quarter leads. And, yeah, there were things that happened the other day that I blame on Dable, but I got to blame some of it on him too.
If they would have won 2 of those games, Dayball would have been on and headed on to being the guy for them, I think, next year as well. The plan would have been in place.
I don't know about next year too, but it certainly would have been at least till the end of this year. Like, you would have gotten every opportunity, especially with Dart. But I think it was Dart getting hurt that put him over the top. And I do think that the defense has been the biggest reason why they are where they are.
Because that's where all the money is.
Look,
that's where
the
all the
Giant
money's been
defense
paid.
has underperformed so badly. And again, that's why I would point to Belichick a little bit more. I don't think if Belichick was here running this defense, that if he was the head coach, that they're blowing these games. I don't see that happening. One last thing I wanted to address with you. So he named Tim Kelly the offensive coordinator. Kafka did yesterday, who was the tight ends coach. I want to see if Kafka tonight has got the glasses on and the play sheet in front of him calling the plays. You think that Kafka is going to let him call the plays?
Hell no.
He can name him the offensive coordinator. That doesn't mean he's coordinating the offense.
Yeah, he's going to have the microphone like, yeah, man.
That's always, for the people who don't know, as remarkably simple as this sounds, if you see a coach on the sideline and he has all of a sudden got his reading glasses on and he has got the play sheet in front of him and he seems to be talking a lot, he's calling the plays. Doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is at that point.
It shouldn't.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. So Jets, Dolphins tonight. We'll be watching that. We'll be seeing Kafka on Sunday and see what that looks like. And we've got a big show for you tomorrow, including the great Chris Canty. Michael K. is up next on the Michael K. Show, conveniently named on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer.